we've been planning this for a long time now.
Yep.
we had the idea for this a few months ago, and it was funny. We were talking about this before starting too, but it is we started talking about this, and it was in part because Nick Nocturnal wasn't doing content anymore, right? It was kind of to fill that gap. Obviously, we were wanting to do a deathcore focus regardless, which was already a different thing. So we were kind of like a month and a bit into planning our thing, and then Nick came back. Or like, oh, the second he came back, it's like, oh, he's doing an award show for sure. And then he did. But it was cool. I mean, look, we were nominated for best metal content, which was very unexpected and a very cool thing for us to be even included in that. So there was that, and his award show went on last week, and I gotta say, the production for that thing, the live aspect of it, pretty fucking nuts. I mean, no one else in the metal space, you know, is doing anything like that. So it was cool. It was cool he did that. But now, look, it's time for us to vote for some heavy music for this is for the deathcore heads. This is for the people who love the heavy good shit breakdowns, you know? So that's why we're here. That's what we're going to be doing this year.
I think it ties up with our entire concept, which is as much as it was important for us to have the OGs. Speaking of, I mean, we have like Chris and Alex in you know, in our chat right now, but like it was important for us to give credit, but it was also important for us to highlight the upcoming bands or maybe even like their milestones and stuff like that. Which when you had, because it started with you when you told me like, hey, what if we would do an award show and stuff like that? My mind instantly just I was just like, that's perfect, because that's our way. Like, we've witnessed all of it this year. Like we saw the milestone, we even witnessed like bands growing and stuff happening, so it just makes sense to us to finally be able to be like, hey, boom, you deserve this. So and again, maybe more specifically to our scene and interest, which is
our scene, the people that make up the scene, right? Like it's a fan voted thing as well, so it's to try and get, you know, fans of the bands that we love, you know, to get those people involved too, right? It would have been, you know, okay for us, I guess, to do an award thing where we would have picked out winners or whatever. But I think there's like a cool thing to be like, hey, deathcore community, let's do this thing, right?
Thousand times cooler. It would, and we have similar tastes. It would be boring as shit. Like it would, it would be like the same. Like, it doesn't make any sense. He was nominated. By the way, what's up, Jojo? By the way,
Jojo,
for people,
what's good? Mazda Go, what's up?
People who don't know Jojo, he's a ladies' man who plays guitar and fixing people as he's doing it, and it's kind of he's being studied because they don't know why it works so much. But like as he's playing, he's charming people, and it's kind of this whole thing. He's also in something called Grind Gang, but it's pretty bad. I wouldn't check that out.
Pretty terrible music, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, I could not vouch for that 1 minute.
It's terrible. Yep. So I wouldn't. I don't even know why I mentioned it. But yeah, I was about to mention Jojo because he said like Psycho Frame didn't get any on.
It's true. Look, and I can't.
No spoilers, but
I can't predict the future. But Psycho Frame are in quite a few categories, but that being said, we might have made a controversial decision when it comes to Psycho Frame specifically. So we'll get into it when we get through to the nominees. But
yeah, I'm excited to talk about that specifically as well. It wasn't an easy decision, but I stand by what we chose. Me too. But I'm curious. We'll see with pressure.
But yeah, so we're going to be going through all the categories and be going through all the nominees. The process in which we took to kind of decide who the nominees were, because I guess we can kind of talk about that right now. Like we initially kind of drafted, me and you, who we thought should be nominees for all of the categories that we chose, right? And we came up with a pretty decent list. There were like some gaps to be filled, but for the most part, you know, we were able to fill most of the stuff out. But then we obviously didn't want to put out a list of like strict, you know, just bands that people wouldn't give a shit about, or people would be up in arms. Oh, you didn't include this band. And look, that's going to happen regardless.
It's going to happen. Yeah.
It's going to happen regardless. But we did want to at least get a feel for people, so what they thought and who they thought should be nominated. So we did a thing in Discord, and we polled people on your Instagram page and on the Brutality Podcast Instagram. We shot some questions out for a week straight, asking people for their nominee ideas, and we kind of took note of the ones that stood out the most from those as well, and at least made sure that those were part of the list as well. So as we're going through the categories, we'll be able to explain what was what in some cases, and which ones were maybe people are, well, why is this band there? And maybe we're just it'll be as simple as like, because I really fucking love that band. Yep. You know, sometimes it's gonna be simple as that. Other times it's because, you know, the fans wanted it in. So yeah, I'm excited to get through all of it. But I think first and foremost, and I know you don't want me to do this, I'm sure, Yan, but we're gonna have to do it. Boom. The Deathcore Awards. Who made this logo, Yan?
Okay, that's what you're about.
Talk to me about the logo, Yan.
All right. So we paid someone on Fiverr. No, I actually did it. It was Dom's idea, because like I do a lot of people just don't know about that, but I do a lot of logos because I love making logos, and I don't have the capacity of making a logo that doesn't look like it's straight out of 2007, 2008. It's impossible for me. Anything I do as a logo end up looking like this, and it wasn't super challenging in terms of like I knew what I wanted, but the challenge was I love making unreadable logos, but for this one it's kind of besides the point. If it's the Deathcore Awards and then it's just the awards, that's kind of
they're gonna call it the Blat Awards. You're gonna love that.
I would cancel it if people are doing that. So yeah, what happened was I started drawing, and the inspiration was a little bit, it was kind of a mix between Oceano, I Declare War, that kind of splatter kind of type of logo, and I'm really happy with you know, how it was actually my first attempt, which I'm surprised. Usually it takes me a few different attempts, and it was my first one. Send that to Dom. I think I sent you directly in gold. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, you sent the gold on black. I was like, yeah, that's what we're doing for sure.
Yeah, and I'm quite happy with the result. It was important for me that it screams, you know, that it would scream like it's MySpace Deathcore mainly, you know what I mean, like what we're doing. So and I think it does. People can tell me if they think the same, but I was happy. And your reaction at first reaction was also like, that's
yeah, absolutely. I mean, zero notes, and then I added the plain text underneath. We just wanted to have the, you know, awards to be visible somehow. So I just kind of added that to it, but I would never be able to do like a logo like this. So it was cool. You know, we'll see it in the next years if we, you know, maybe we can have a different variant every year. Maybe we hire some people to do it. I mean, we're connected with a bunch of cool people that do cool logos and cool designs. But I thought for this first one, especially because it was kind of like a quick turnaround too, I thought it was cool to ask you to do it, and it was cool you were willing to do it as well. I'm super happy how it turned out.
Thanks. Well, I was when you asked me, I was happy because it was also kind of I don't know, confirmation that you think what I do, it usually looks cool. So I was like, oh, okay, so he's into what what I usually do.
Yeah. And I guess I am not the most compliment giving person to begin with, so I could see I could see that.
It's mostly because I'm not the one who's. I don't talk much, you know. I'm talking to you a lot about what I'm stoked on working on, but I'm not super like look at what I like. If I'm sharing with you, it's just because I'm excited. It's very rarely seeking, you know what I mean? Like I don't expect you to say anything, but I'm really happy with you know, the result. And if next year you're like, do another one, I'm gonna do another one, and I really don't mind.
Look, I think it's decided yet. We're gonna have to do that.
But I'm really stoked, and I kept the same because I made logos for a few bands back then. There was a band around here called Continent. It was a deathcore band for a while. I made their logo. Like I made a few logos, but my friends couldn't believe it because my first draft is always in paint, and I still do that to this day, which is kind of crazy.
Whatever works, my man.
And I ended up with this, so I'm really happy. Thank you, Windows, for keeping the program.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I'm really happy. And Jojo's right. I did the last Grind Gang, you know, the bad bands we were talking about. Single, I did that. So and thank you. I'm seeing people who likes it. It would have been a bit awkward if everybody's just like, it looks terrible.
Everyone.
As I'm saying that,
there's an additional 45 people that didn't chime in, so maybe they all hate it. You know, who knows? But
yeah, there's at least a few people who are just like, that guy sucks, and it's completely fine. I'm okay with that. But yeah, no, thank you for you know, suggestion that I made it, and I'm glad I did. I love the look of that, and black and gold. I mean,
so that's the main Six Stream dog shit logo. There we go. A man of the people.
Should be maybe our slogan next time. That could
maybe,
be.
Yeah. So I guess we could hop in to the categories and the nominees. And yo, Coda, what's good? Oh, I saw Zane Return to Glory in here too. Was good, dude. We got a lot of cool fucking the dog shit awards. I love it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that we're rebranding next year. It's gonna be, imagine being a nominee and then you see the name and it's this.
You won the dog shit awards. Yeah,
exactly. At first you're stoked, and then you're just like, well, is it even like, is it a good thing? Okay, we could do our own roasting awards. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
In the future.
Okay, so I guess just before we get started here, I'm going to put a link in chat, and this is if you guys want to follow along. If not, obviously it's gonna spoil the whole thing. If you guys want to know as we're unveiling stuff on stream, feel free to wait around. But I'm gonna put a link to the voting. Because voting is open from now moving forward. So there's a link in chat that I just put right now. I think I'll pin it at the top of chat for a bit. So if you guys want to check it out and go do your own votes, maybe you guys can do it at the same time as we kind of go through the categories. Either way, like I said, if you guys don't want to be spoiled and want to see it in real time with us here, feel free to not check it out. But that's how you can vote if you guys want to check it out. We want as many people voting on this thing as possible in the end. But yeah, we're doing this from now until the 23rd, December 23rd. So this is going to be live for like 5 days. It's a short thing. We didn't want it to be an overly drawn out, super long thing. And at midnight midnight between the 23rd and the 24th, that's when it's going to end. And then on the 27th, we're going to be getting together. Yan's coming over here. We're going to make a makeshift set over here. We're going to be presenting the awards. You're going to see my dog.
Cannot wait.
And we're going to, we got some giveaways throughout that stream as well. We're also going to do some special guests as well. So all that's going to be talked about at a later date, but for now we can unveil the categories. So
it's gonna be the second time I get out of my house in a year, so that's gonna be great. Third time we went to LA, so third time. That's great. No, it's gonna be cool. I'm excited to show you guys the categories because again, I'm really stoked with what we came up with. Like, yes, really stoked.
That we really started seeing the love that all these bands were getting outside of just the revival specific categories. So Reverent is one of those. Obviously, Reverent are super fucking hyped on right now. We love those dudes. So Reverent for Deathcore Band of the Year.
They had to be there for sure.
Alex, you got to listen to more of our stuff, Alex. Man, we'll teach you. We'll show you a few new bands. Come on, check out Reverent. Check out Mold. You got to do it, man. But nice seeing you, Alex, man.
I showed you, Alex, what Reverent was. I remember I showed you a song of Reverent. Oh, maybe that's the 10% you're talking
Maybe
about
that's
then.
a 10%. Yes, sir.
Makes sense.
Oh wait, I had skipped already. Signs of the Swarm. Massive year for Signs of the Swarm.
Big year.
They were a very popular pick as well when we did our polls. They put out a brand new record. I think it slaps personally. They ride a fine line with the modern stuff, but it's not like they're not a symphonic deathcore band, right? Like
Nope.
they're doing their own thing. It's very modern. Like it's got like a modern production to it. It's got like David's got what a lot of maybe the symphonic deathcore vocalists do, but they do it in their own way. And they've been doing some massive touring this year as well. So I think yeah, it's been an awesome year for Signs of the Swarm.
To me, they're kind of maybe how Immure would sound like if it would have been created in the newer wave.
That's kind actually of deathcore Immure.
Yeah, like in the modern era, I feel like it would be similar to that.
Sure, I mean it's akin to like what newer Chelsea Grin sounds like too, right? That kind of like bouncy.
Exactly.
I see it.
Exactly. So
bouncy, like a very kind of like I don't want to say electronic, but I'm sure you know what I mean. Like it's got a kind of like a digital feel to it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of exactly. Mishuga modern kind of.
Yeah. Which Immure had a ton of the more they went forward. So exactly. I see it. All right, Spite.
Yeah, Spite.
Dude, their new album is so fucking good, dude. It is so sick.
And people really liked it as well. Like it did very well. I could be wrong, but it feels like it did very well also in terms of reception. So it's awesome to see.
Yeah,
Spite is on the rise. Period. So.
Yeah, I mean, the new record rules, I think we'll see in a lot of the other categories. You know, like Darius is a very beloved vocalist as well. I think their new drummer, Travis, fucking insane, man. He's fucking goated. And the combination of all those things on the new record, a lot of the kind of like new metal-ish like influences that they really leaned in on, the more Pantera-ish like riffs that they went for on the new record. I normally think I wouldn't be a massive fan of, but the way they executed on the album is so fucking, it's so cool, man. It's heavy as shit. I love it.
Yep.
I mean,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, they had to be there.
We can't not put Whitechapel on the list. This is, I think, the one band that me and you have a pretty a pretty big difference of opinion with the general populace about.
Yep.
All right. I feel like a lot of people view the new Whitechapel album as like this return to form or this thing that me and you just do not see. And look, not to say it's bad. It's just not. I don't know. It's a more modern sounding Whitechapel. And they've always been like a modern, even back in the day, they were a modern sounding deathcore band, even on like This Is Exile and shit like that. Like they sounded more modern than the other bands doing it at the time, right? But I feel like now it's a 2025 version of that, with a more, not vocal Olympics, but you know, Phil is doing the 2025 vocal stuff, right? And it's just a different vibe.
Exactly. What I was, and this isn't like, you know, this isn't a diss by any mean, you know, like Phil's the GOAT and he's always going to be.
They're in our deathcore band of the year category. So let's just be clear with that, at least, you know?
Yeah. But it's what I was wishing for was that he's always been one of the best, like, top 5 vocalists in the freaking world for forever. And in my mind, I was like, it would be cool if he comes back, but he does his thing. And it's like kind of besides like all the modern like Goblin thing. But he crushed it, and that's what people love nowadays, right? So it makes a lot of sense. He's having fun. He's touring with those bands. It's great.
That's our opinion, but they objectively played their cards perfect. Like people fucking love the new record.
Perfect move to make. Perfect move to make.
People absolutely love the new record. They've been doing the biggest tours that they've been doing in a long ass fucking time as well. They are absolutely on the rise. And for a band that's an OG deathcore band like that to still be growing is pretty rare. There's not that many of them. So, I mean, huge fucking shout out to Whitechapel ultimately.
And they're awesome, and it's another band I would earlier I said like Lorna is thriving, so the scene is doing well. I would include Whitechapel in that.
Oh, absolutely.
That section, like 1,000%. And Phil, you know, I don't think he could be possibly more beloved. I don't think I've ever seen bad comments about Phil, like ever. Honestly, I'm not inviting that, by the way, if the black metal community is watching. But honestly, it's just great to see, but it just makes sense that for me and you, who on a daily we hear like the specific sound from freaking 2006, 2007, obviously it's contrasting a lot. So, but for someone though who fucks with like modern deathcore, this is like a solid, incredible album. So
and it's still like the in between, right? Like in the sense that it's not like strictly modern deathcore either, right? Like it's still got tinge, like it still sounds Whitechapel in like the styles of riffs that they've been doing over the years and stuff. So like if you like that style of Whitechapel, well, it's not like they changed their style. If anything, it's just kind of more moved into the modern thing, but it's still Whitechapel for all intents and purposes. So yeah, Whitechapel, and I think
is it?
Hey, without a face. Okay, look.
Of course.
Kevin was in chat earlier. I don't know if he's still here, but he was apparently wondering if he was going to be in any of the nominations on this thing. Look, it is absolutely no secret that Yen and I absolutely adore Without a Face. But that being said, if it was only us that enjoyed Without a Face, it wouldn't be on Deathcore Band of the Year. This is also considering the fact that a shit fucking load of people also suggested Without a Face for Deathcore Band of the Year.
Yep.
And potentially not the only category he's in here tonight. So
no, we'll see tonight. Kev, who knows? But yeah, my messages were full of and no, it wasn't just Kevin who created like 25 profiles. It was legit people.
We don't know. Maybe they were all bots. We don't know, right?
I checked. I was curious. But no, I'm kidding. But
Kevin Rowley 1, Kevin Rowley 2, Kevin Rowley 3.
Yeah, exactly. Well deserved for people who never heard Rat Poison. First of all, how dare you? And second of all, just like go listen to that song. It's absolutely crazy. The video goes hard. A lot of views on it. It's a great year. You know, one of the best. I don't know what to call it. Arrival in the scene. I don't know what to.
It's funny. That. We have a whole category about those sorts of things.
So I think it was well played, and the music is awesome. So we'll see. But yeah, he had to be part of it.
Be here. Yes, sir.
There we go. Is that it for the award? I don't even remember.
I think this is it. I'm going through the list on the side here. Yes, sir. Next up,
with the same bands. No, I'm kidding.
Well, it's funny you say that. I guess before we hop into this, we can also kind of maybe acknowledge the fact that obviously this is our first year doing this. I think we very much intend on making this an annual thing. It's always going to coincide with the end of the year, It's also going to coincide always with the anniversary of the podcast. We're wrapping up 2 full years of the podcast on the 27th. It's going to be the 2 years, not a day for day, but like a few days away of actually starting the podcast up. So it's always kind of like a celebration thing at the end of the year that we like doing. So I think doing the awards was I think just an extra thing that we could do in terms of that. But that being said, we were very, very, very aware that year 1 was going to be a bit of a test, right? We're going to test out what categories we do. We're going to see how people vote and what people are asking for and what people think we should do different and what we notice we should do different and stuff like that. And look, the like I said earlier, we really wanted to give a highlight to the revival bands, and we're maybe a bit scared that they wouldn't necessarily crop up as much in the regular categories. But they did. So we had made revival. We have 3 revival specific categories. This one being one of them, revival deathcore band of the year. And that's one of the things that maybe next year we don't do, like revival specific categories, or at least not the same categories as normal quote unquote deathcore categories, right? Like we wouldn't do deathcore band of the year and revival deathcore band of the year because yes, indeed, in the end, a lot of these kind of duplicate themselves from one to the other. So that's kind of just a context.
But I'm still stoked.
There's a few additions still on all of those lists, which we're always happy to give more shout outs and more kudos to more people. But that being said, I think there would just be a better way to frame the regular categories to include more people, if anything, and they would crop up in there, right? So I think that's kind of just the general ethos here. I'm saying that, and there's only 2 of the bands that were on the previous list that are out of the 5 that are on Revival Deathcore Band of the Year. So maybe I'm playing too much into it. But without further ado, band number 1. In Which Divides Us, the Young Goats. I mean, look, we love In Which Divides Us. We love those guys. They didn't look. This was one of the ones that we kind of had a discussion about. We're like, because they didn't, the EP that we both love came out last year, and then they just recently put out a song. But they effectively just put out one single this year. But they've been playing shows and going out of the city, out of state, a bunch all year. So we thought they were deserving. They're still as hyped as they've ever been as well. I think it has ultimately been a crazy year for In Which Divides Us. We were lucky enough to see them when we went to LA to see them live. They absolutely crushed it. So yeah, In Which Divides Us.
Yeah, that's it.
Katie Went Missing. This one was a bit of a sleeper, not a sleeper for me, but they were like a band that I was paying attention to, but then Sock from Rocket Launcher joined Katie Went Missing, and effectively the 2 dudes in Katie Went Missing joined Rocket Launcher. That's not, they're the same band essentially, but
Rocket Went Missing.
Rocket Went Missing. But the album that Katie Went Missing put out is fucking awesome. It is so fucking good, and they've been doing a shit ton of shows. They did some touring even this year. So it's been a cool year for them. So including them here, and another band that got a ton of mentions as well. So Katie Went Missing, Mauled. I mean, look, we already talked about them, but look, they can't be in Deathcore Band of the Year, not be here as well, right? And who do we think? Who do we think this next one's going to be, yeah? I mean, boom, Reverend, of course. The goats. And Reverend to, I was going to say to top it all up, there's actually one more afterwards that wasn't a band that we've mentioned yet. Thus Spoke Zarathustra. We've been talking about this recently. There's a bit of recency bias with all the bands that recently put out music, so we kind of forget about the music that was put out in the beginning of the year. And Thus Spoke put out a full length, one of the only fucking full lengths that a revival deathcore band put out all year. And that came out, I think, in March. Massive tour around it. Thus Spoke is fucking awesome. The album absolutely rules. It is everything. Everything we love about like the old school, like the MySpace deathcore bands, like from the Blind Witness, Suffocate, like vibes to the As Blood Runs Black, All Shall Perish, melodic riffs. Like it's got all of it. It's a very cool mashup of a lot of really cool stuff. Some Vela Maya sprinkled in there, like early stuff. Like I don't know. It's a really fucking cool record. They've been touring the shit out of the band all year. And Andy's fucking awesome. I fucking love Andy. So Thus Spoke on the list here. Now look, those are the 5 people on the revival deathcore band of the year section. This is the important conversation that we need to have right now, Yan, about a band that we didn't include in this category.
Well, there's a few I have in mind. That
No,
no, that's not. Okay. I now I get it. Yeah. Because I have a few in mind, but it would
yeah,
never
but there's
end.
one specific one that was mentioned. That not there. Yeah, just there was a band that was mentioned in all of our polls by a landslide that we purposefully did not include in here. I guess is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, so, and I said it a few times for those who watch my videos on YouTube, but I wouldn't consider Psycho Frame as a revival thing. Just like I wouldn't consider Without a Face a revival thing, even if it's kind of part of it. Like, there's a few bands like that it's just not. You cannot tell me that it sounds like old school Suicide Silence or Chelsea Gray. It just doesn't. It's great. It has some roots from it, but it's an in-between that's very interesting with a modern production, but raw sound. And Psycho Frame, I would just not classify them in, even though they're I made a video about the revival and they're there. It was mostly just a reason for me to plug them, but in the award, it just made more sense to do a revival thing without Psycho Frame and without these bands that we personally don't classify. They're like revival by association at the most to me.
That's how I see it. That's how I see it. And look, we know, we're fully acknowledging it's ironic as fuck. And to Alex's point, like you're not the only one who thinks that way, Alex. It's not just because you're the boomer in chat. But there is, it is. They are a mass. They're like the most influential. They're probably the most influential band in the revival scene, right? Like they're probably the band that influences revival bands the most, if anything. But yet, I just can't consider them a revival band,
You know who we are right now with the same people that it's like anybody would hear that. Even as a metal fan would be like, what are they on about? Like, what I mean by that is like, it's like having a discussion about a specific, like people are talking about a video game and then you're talking about a specific weapon that technically it doesn't. And people are just like, oh, okay, I guess. Yeah, I didn't think about that. So it's very, I'm aware that it's because we're so much into it and always in it that we made, that we have that perception.
Also, first things first, they themselves don't consider themselves a revival deathcore band. So there's that. And look, there's been plenty of examples of bands that say they aren't something that everyone else agrees that they are. So it's not to say that absolves anything here. But yeah, I don't know. There's like I don't know where I was going with this, but.
No, but
yeah.
I see the same. For me, that kind of conversation is similar to, for any skateboarders here, the nose grind over crook discussion.
Absolutely. It is exactly the same thing. And look, normally, if anything, actually, this is the main thing, is we don't really care about the term and if it's considered that or not. It to me and Yan, it does not change fucking anything. But ultimately, we're setting up this thing and we had to like put them in the category or not. And we know that if we don't explain it, people are going to be like, what the fuck? So yes. Here's our explanation, clip it. And that's why,
we made our piece. So that's,
yeah. So that's that.
On to the next.
The next one, Deathcore Album of the Year.
Big one.
That's a big one. There's a few categories. The earlier categories have more nominees because they're bigger categories and there's like more stuff to highlight. The further down we go, most categories it's like 5 nominees per. But obviously Deathcore Band of the Year, Deathcore Album of the Year, we got to do 10, right? It'd be kind of crazy to just name 5 albums for Deathcore Album of the Year, right?
Yep. And there are a lot of great deathcore bands, like Nickelback and all that stuff. So we're gonna
Sleep Token, Bad Omens,
Sleep Token, yeah. Architects, all great deathcore bands. So we're gonna make sure they're included. So let's do it.
All right, boom. I mean, Angel Maker.
I love that it feels like it fits with what we've done. It wasn't intended, but like I'm looking at the colors of all the things, and it fits super well. So bonus points for Angel Maker.
Yeah, Angel Maker. This used to be heaven. This one came out not too long ago. I love this album. This was long awaited because obviously they changed singers and there's a whole thing there. So it took several years for this album to come out, but it finally did. We got it. And I was very pleasantly surprised. I honestly had no expectations. I didn't know what to expect anymore. I've mostly loved everything that Angel Maker's put out, but this one is particularly good. I really, really enjoy this album, and people seem to be loving it too. Because again, this was an album and band that was brought up a shit ton in in our stories and stuff to a point that I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting that much because we've seen them tour a lot this year. On these big bills. So I've been seeing pictures of them in front of massive fucking crowds. Like they were just out on that Whitechapel tour, massive fucking crowds every fucking night, but they're not the headliner. It's not like their crowd, quote unquote. Right. So it's always hard to tell like how many people are really like there for the band and how much they're really hyped. But, evidently so the people are loving Angel Maker this year. So
again, I love like shitty sounding productions and stuff, but my first reflex was to think that it sounded heavy, like the production was really good on it. So I rarely say that about a modern thing, so there was that.
Boom. Speaking of modern, Darko.
Very modern. The
epitome of modern, if anything.
The epitome of modern and weirdness together, you know. Like if I had to and it's not in a bad way, I'm just saying like if we had to like nominate like the weirdest thing that you cannot really explain, I would say Darko. It's I can tell that these dudes are just like let's go as crazy as possible with absolutely no rules and no
boundaries, no
happen.
limits. Yeah, sky's the limit for only the birds.
And this is gonna happen. So I think it's cool that it's part of it because even though the album I think was well received and Dark was very beloved, I didn't hear that much about it.
No, I know, me neither.
So
I don't know if it's but they are like a hyped up band, so I'm just it's like in other scenes, I guess, like it's just less
probably
in like our crowd specifically. But the people are here for it. Keep forgetting they dropped an album. It came out not that long ago too. It's a fairly recent album, but there we go. Darko. Next up, I mean,
of course.
Sheesh, what a heater of an album. We talked about Despised Icon already, but obviously this record, they kind of took Despised Icon, turned it up to 11, and explored even more with the different sounds that they've done throughout the years. 10 out of 10 album. Can't say anything negative about it. It's fucking awesome.
Can we finally ban GC, by the way, for what he just said? Or...
Yeah, JC, it's looking pretty grim for you, my man.
It would be a great
also, JC, I saw you weren't in the fam chat anymore. Do you not have enough points to redeem a free sub on here? I'm sure you have enough points again. Come on, I'm calling you out, JC. You won't even have to pay for it. There should be a category for Brutality Podcast Nerds top Brutality Podcast quote of the year.
It would probably be always me misspeaking and butchering something. It would be my guess.
It'd probably be more of one of your crash outs.
Oh, yeah, that could be that. Yeah.
Top 10 most legendary Brutality Podcast crash outs.
Yeah, it could be one of my crash outs. Like, if you get me started on specific topics, I can be very upset very quickly. But yeah, no, that album, I don't think we need to explain. I mean, it just makes sense that it's there. It's like, it's a perfect album. It would have been understandable for them to try other things or move it or just, and they always just do their thing and they're killing it. So, and we saw them live. I mean, crazier than ever. So, and the new song sounded sick live too. Like, I just want to say that. So,
They're
Usually
not.
you're just waiting for the old song, like for most bands and stuff like that. But I was genuinely curious to hear new material, and it ripped. It was awesome. So
The fucking Hunter posted in the Psycho Frame Discord all of the nominations with like our graphics and everything for the podcast awards. Yeah.
well, they're in 50 billion categories.
Yeah, I
So
won't spoil how many, but I'm seeing a lot of graphics up on the screen right now.
it's almost funny, but yeah.
Katie Went Missing, A Heartfelt Promise. Again, this is another one I talked earlier about recency bias. This one came out earlier in the year, and I think it's people haven't been necessarily talking about this album recently, but I spun this album a shit ton this year, and I thought it was very deserving of being on this list. Absolutely love this this album. This is there's a few albums like these that there's a fine line between is it an album or is it an EP? You know, 8 songs, 20 minutes. What category does that go in? You know, but look, Katie Went Missing.
It's
they
whatever
went on
we want it to be.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yes, sir. Elijah and Jerome are back. The world's healing. This is absolutely true. There's a few other bands that are back as well. Dom's a sucker for Mean Girls sound bites.
I don't even know what that means. I'll be honest.
Mean Girls the movie, but I haven't watched that movie a whole bunch. My wife can tell you a million Mean Girls quotes for sure, but
I never saw that in my life. I couldn't even tell you who's in it. Like it's to that point. No clue what that is.
It'd probably be a Yan movie.
It would.
Mm-hmm. But
I mean, I love corny stuff. So
for context, a lot of the quotes in the Katie Went Missing music is from Mean Girls. So
there we go.
There's that. But it's a 2000s era movie that I'm sure
I would probably like it.
Yeah.
Early 2000s, I'm sold.
Lorna Shore, I feel the ever black festering within me. I hate this album title. Full disclosure, but hey, I mean, look, this album had to be included as probably one of the bigger albums of the year, like for sure, right?
Oh yeah, no, I mean the audio tracks has like hundreds of thousands of plays on each, and when I looked, which was like right after the release, so yeah, one of the biggest albums. Would have been stupid not to include it.
Mm-hmm. All right, now,
of course.
Speaking of Psycho Frame, I mean, what's not to say about this album, man?
I mean, dude, like I made an entire video about Psycho Frame, and the entire time it's just glazing.
Boats, I was like, oh, look, the winner.
Yeah. But okay, I'm not saying anything because anyway, people are voting. It's your choice. I would just be surprised if it's not winning. So that's all I'm gonna say. But we'll see, because we're not everybody. Like a lot of people have different opinions. But to me, this is, and I very rarely say that, it's just a perfect album.
Dude, there's probably only like 5 albums in my life that I actually think are good from start to finish and that I don't skip a track, and this is one of them. It's got no filler. It's one of the rare fucking albums that doesn't have a lullaby or an interlude or a long intro and outro or long samples at the end of songs. Like, there is no moment on this album that I feel the need to skip, and I am the most ADHD person on the fucking planet. So there's like, I don't know, for me, that's like, that says something at the very least. This album fucking rules, man. But look, we don't got to sell this one. The people already know.
No, I mean, you know, I'm not a big person for like rules in general in music, but like one rule I would say is if you make a deathcore album and one of your songs is an intro, if it's not a breakdown, delete that shit. That's gonna be what if you do an intro, if it's not a song and it's an actual intro, it's a breakdown or nothing. Like, that's your option, a breakdown. Nobody in the entire history of the world has ever taught great some sort of movie soundtrack for 50 seconds. Ever. Never. It never happened. No one is enjoying this. It's in no playlist. So that's all I'm going to say.
I don't necessarily mind that too much if it's a separate track. Like, if it's its own thing, I'm like, okay, I can just not listen to it or like whatever, right? But when it's like the first song of an album and there's a minute of noise before the otherwise incredibly good song starts playing, I'm sorry, I don't care how good the song is, I'm never gonna listen to it.
Yeah, same.
It sucks to suck. I don't know what to say, mate. You should have cut that 1 minute song and made it a separate thing, and I would have listened to the other song. But look,
I don't have a single song in a playlist with an intro like that. I have one, and it's not a metal song. It's Boxcar Racers. I Feel So. It's like one of my favorite songs. It kind of starts, with this intro, and every time, to be fair, I'm annoyed every single time, and every time I'm thinking, why?
Mazda onto something. Mazda's onto something. Maybe I just don't like music. Maybe that's correct. Maybe that's correct.
So we're doing this. We hate all of it. So
Signs of the Swarm. To Rid Myself of Truth. We talked about it earlier.
Yep.
This album rules, again, kind of the doing their own. It's modern, but they're doing their own thing. David sounds fucking incredible on this. Bobby's an incredible songwriter. This album came out really cool. It's the most I've enjoyed Signs of the Swarm since David joining the band. For me personally.
All right, that's cool. I didn't listen to the whole thing yet, so I cannot really.
Fair, but you should. It's actually really good. Spite, the brand new record. We also talked about this earlier, and this album specifically, it's fucking awesome. And another one, a lot of people suggested this one, so this one's on the list. Hey, and Thus Spoke Zarathustra, again, one of the only full lengths that came out of the revival scene, and it's a fucking goated one. So hey. It's included in here. One of the few bands out of the revival scene that signed to a label, like a proper label this year too. They signed to Prosthetic, which got eaten up by another label. So I don't know what that's going to mean for them moving forward. But, this record came out on Prosthetic, which is a cool thing. So yeah, this album's fucking awesome. And then look, we couldn't, obviously, this is probably... outside of Lorna Shore, probably the album that's been most talked about in the deathcore scene. And I'd even say this one was maybe even more anticipated than Lorna. Am I crazy to say that?
It was. It really was. Maybe not by the same people, but it was to escape, because people were waiting that sort of comeback. Phil talked about it in interviews. It was this whole thing.
Yeah, there was an anticipation about it, right? Like
everybody was talking about it. Yeah. So yeah, it was awaited, and people were curious. There was this curiosity. It was a whole thing. We talked about it quite a lot because we were curious to how it would sound like. This is a crazy year for them, period. But I think the album specifically did very well, so of course it has to be there. Plus, when we made the stories, I personally
Whitechapel was all over that shit. Yeah, absolutely, massive amounts of love for Whitechapel. Yeah, yes, sir.
So,
that brings us to Deathcore EP of the year. But I gotta say, just going through that list of albums that we just did, what a year for Deathcore, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
It's a pretty heavy hitting fucking year, because none of those albums were bad. That was
nope.
Awesome fucking music, and they all came out this year. So I don't know, man. I think we've been eating good this year, man.
Oh yeah, it's an incredible year for Deathcore, truly.
Deathcore in 2025. Who would have fucking thought, Yan? I'm here for it, but what the fuck, man?
And it's even bigger. That's the craziest thing ever. We're just older, so there's that.
Yes, sir. All right, so Deathcore EP of the year. This is another 10-band category here, but this one has probably more not niche, but like some different stuff that don't necessarily crop up in a lot of other categories as well. So this one's an interesting one. So let's just go off the bat. Oh, sheesh.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is probably I don't want to say my favorite release of the year necessarily, but if it isn't, it's up there. It is so fucking wild, dude. It is so goddamn good. We haven't had deathcore like this since like 2012 or some shit. So when I heard this for the first time, I was like, oh my god, what a breath of fresh air. These guys are an interesting, like, they're not Revival, but they're like 2012 13 style. You know, it's like after the MySpace stuff, but it's a throwback genre still. It's not modern, it's a throwback, but it's not MySpace. It's whatever came after it. So I don't know. They're like in a particular spot there. But dude, this album fucking slaps, man.
It's crazy. To me, it's basically kind of Psycho Frame meets The Red Shore in some ways, and not directly because all the songs are different. But that was kind of my first impression when I clicked. I was just like, okay, it's like crazy heavy, super technical, like. Yeah, it was a good surprise. Very very good album. So.
J-Mac, I'm going to put a link here if you want to follow along with the categories. This is just the nominees and stuff. No one's winning tonight. You guys can all vote until the 23rd at 11:55 p.m. EST. And on the 27th, we will be revealing the winners for everything. We're just unveiling the categories and nominees tonight. Let me actually pin that at the top of chat again. I can just leave it up there. Boom. All right. So yeah, Coma Witch, Crown Magnetar. This was one that I didn't think came out this year. I think you're the one who pointed it out to me. You're like, hey, Crown Magnetar. I was convinced it came out the year before, but this EP is fucking awesome. This, I think, in a similar vein, is kind of like the early 2010s style deathcore, like the very technical, fast as fuck Australian style, in your face, just brutal deathcore, which I don't know why, man. They're one of the only bands doing it. Not many people are doing. I mean, probably because it's too crazy to make. But I don't know. I'm loving the fact that they're doing it because goddamn, we don't got more. We don't got much of it. So, but yeah, this EP fucking rules.
We've received a lot of people mentioning it. At least for me, like a lot of mentions when we did the votes for the nominees. So. There we go.
Yes, sir. Now we've got Face Yourself, their EP Fury. They put out a bunch of music this year. It's fucking sick. They signed to Sumerian Records. The music videos are fucking awesome. They fucking rule live. Yasmin is fucking awesome. Eric is awesome. I love everything about this band, man. They're doing a cool like very modern style deathcore, but not symphonic. Like it's again kind of its own thing. I really fucking love this. And the EP, I think, is what they put out that I enjoy the most from the band this year.
Big year for them for sure.
Yeah, they toured a bunch as well. They've been like super fucking active this year. So they're I think they're also they're just getting started as well. So the future is bright for Face Yourself. Jerome, this is one that we brute forced in here because not enough people were suggesting it to us, but we were like, nah, this got to go in here because this is so fucking slept on. These 3 songs, dude, are so fucking good. I don't know, man. It's
weird. Yeah, it's like I was expecting people to talk a little more about it, but we will.
Because everyone talked about the fact that they're coming back, right? And doing the shows, and everyone's doing covers of Eat the Gun and all this stuff. There's like so much hype. You know, there's so much hype around the band, but then the EP came out and it fucking rules. If dare I say, I think it's way better than the old material. But somehow it's not being talked about. People are crazy, man. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know why.
No, but it's like not enough people are talking about it. But the ones I really fuck with are obviously are very loud about it. But we will. So it's here and well deserved. If anybody in Jerome, yeah, I mean, Alex, I would agree to that. They kind of popped off afterwards. That's the crazy thing. Because during their whatever prime, there was people behind the band, but it wasn't as crazy as it was afterwards. We talked about that with Ben. It was kind of after the fact, then it blew up.
Oh, but they're arguably the biggest they've ever been right now. Like, people weren't covering Eat the Gun back in the day.
I don't
and
think
every
so.
other band is doing it now at their shows. So it's like I think objectively, like, the biggest they've ever been. And we talked with Ben, and he was kind of talking about the fact that, like you said, like, they didn't, while they were still active, it wasn't like a big thing. They weren't like, the hype wasn't all that there. Kind of came afterwards. So to see them playing live again to like bigger shows than they've been playing before has been cool to see. But again, I just feel like there's a disconnect between the hype and how much people are talking about the EP, because it's so fucking sick.
Yeah. Really, Alex?
No, I think had Eat the Gun out before Chelsea Grin self-titled.
Because your self-titled was 2008, so Eat the Gun was before 2000. Yeah, I think
that makes sense. But Eat the Gun wasn't like the big thing that it became until later.
That's right.
That's just the thing, right? They were playing it live. Yeah, the video blew up like after the band was dead, pretty much.
And it was one of their last shows.
It was one of their last shows. So yeah, to Alex's point, they've just been under the radar always. Until recently, for God knows what reason. But look, I'm here for it. I'm fucking here for it.
Sure.
You saw footage from the LA show they did? It was like a sold out 900 cap venue of kids.
I might have seen stories. Might have seen
moshing
stories,
from side to side, front to back. Man, it's so fucking cool to see, man. I don't know. But yeah. My man, we got Killing of a Sacred Deer. I mean, this was another one, like a weird thing between EP, LP, whatever. But it's I think it's like a 20-minute long thing. Do you want to talk about it? This thing's fucking awesome.
Oh, I mean, well, the band period is fucking awesome. But it took me a while to, I don't know why. I kind of, it was cool. I was just like, yeah, it's pretty good. Then I went back to it and I'm like, okay, it's actually insane. Like, I don't know what took me so long. I guess it was just a matter of playing it in a row. But it's crazy the whole time. The vocals on this, I love bouncy breakdowns in general, and I think it's fair to say it's basically all of it is. So it's like these crazy tempos, weird. It's
Well, it's got you were saying this earlier for another band. It's got that Immure vibe of like the bounciness of the breakdowns, and the groove of the breakdowns are very like Immure coded.
Very free breakdown too. Like there is sometimes like absolutely no transition. Just it stops, boom, just throwing another pattern in your face. Well, I would say like something we love about Psychoframe is kind of this, but they're doing it in their own way, and it's very interesting. The interesting is the experience of listening to that EP is it's very interesting and rich. So I would recommend if you never did.
Yeah, man.
And I want to address that in the chat because it's so true. Like Alex is mentioning that with the Jerome thing, it's because his friend knew about it, but he didn't want to tell him the name. I always laugh. No, it's true. Like I had a friend like that, right? And that's the part I never understood. Like, why would you do that exactly? Like, oh, I want to be the only one. I mean, it's your friend. Like, you can listen to it together. Like, fucking care.
Yeah, it's that fear. It's that fear of the thing you love. It's the fear that you're not the only person to love a band anymore. I don't know, man. People are weird like that. I never understood that, yeah. But
I was never like that. My vision was always like, I'm excited to share this thing that I'm happy about type thing. I was just like, dude, like that was more of my way of seeing it. Like I'm excited, so look at that. Like I was never like, this is my thing. This is my thing now.
But as people are pointing out, like Alex is saying, like we were 14, 15, but definitely Dickhead Move, you know, Horror Fiend is saying that was me in middle school. Like I think it's a very typical
you're building your
teenager thing to do. Yeah,
trying to be cool in any possible ways. We're all super insecure because, like, let's be honest, anybody that goes towards metal or something like that, we're all weird. So like, there's all of that. So with the context, I get it. But that specific part, I was just saying like it was never a thing personally. I was always like, you know what I mean, like I was never like giving a fake name so that you don't you don't know what I'm
you Google it, you can't find it.
Yeah, so
Firehead, I didn't realize that was Jake in chat all this time. What's good, dude? Nice little EP is here up on the screen right now, dude. This
guys, let me tell you one thing for people watching, just so you have a context. I do love Squelching a lot, and I do love these guys. But Dom, if he's rooting for like a band, a deathcore band more than anything else, besides Psychofirm, it would be Squelching. I think. Like you.
Oh, absolutely.
You've been. If we didn't have a single mention in any stories, Dom was putting Squelching there.
I was making sure that was on the list prior, and that was staying on the list no matter what, man.
But to be fair, they're great. I don't think it's one of the craziest things. Like when I say crazy, because the other day we were talking about Orphan, right? Like it's the heaviest.
Yeah.
Squelching is. I don't like it's just crazy. Like the whole time your brain is just trying to understand what's happening. And I know tons of people are saying that. I heard that in videos reaction about a Blade and Architects, but I'm talking real crazy, like crazy that you're like every time they come here and they showcase something, we're laughing the whole time because we don't understand anything, but it's so good.
It's like ignorant. It's just ignorant as fuck. Like
it's super saiyan ignorance. It's like the next level of it in a great way. So, and the vocals, I'm just gonna say that it's very difficult vocal wise to go as crazy as they're going without crossing the Olympics, like things that we don't like much. They don't, but yet it's some of the craziest things I've ever heard in my life. So I just want to give them credit because the word I would maybe use for that is tasteful. They know what they're doing, and it's
it's tastefully ignorant.
Oh wow, that's good. If we were writing a review, I think that would be like one of the big lines. So that's.
Coda saying they play squelching noises in between the songs, and that is the coolest shit I've seen a band do in a long time. I think the epitome of that would be the equivalent of like a symphonic band having an orchestra playing behind them, but for squelching they have like people, you know, squeezing some squishy stuff and tearing apart pumpkins into microphones as like a backup band in the back of them playing music.
It's insane. Take care, Key PB, by the way.
Yes, sir. All right. Here. Next up.
Of course.
I mean,
of course.
We praised the man earlier, but yes, Rat Poison, the entire EP is fucking incredible.
The Rolly.
Yes, sir. Had to do it.
And a lot of mention too. When specifically in my stories, when I said the core EP, tons of people said Rat Poison. So there we go.
That brings us to Revival Deathcore release of the year. So go for it.
I was about to say, which could be anything. Can be EP, demo, album, and when we asked people in our stories, I remember specifying specifically saying, I think you did too.
We weren't gonna do Revival Deathcore full length. There aren't enough to fill a category, and then also EP, and then a bunch of the releases were actually just like demos, and we want to kind of be open to including stuff from that. So Revival Deathcore release, whatever the fuck it is. We got someone in chat.
This is solid.
Oh, we got someone in chat who might be happy about this. Execution. It's about murder. What
I had
a
to
fucking
be there.
EP.
crazy. I've got a lot of execution mention in general in the stories when we ask. By the way, this isn't. We would, to be fair, we wanted to put execution there no matter what. But a lot of people did mention execution a lot. So.
Fresh
Very
off
well
the press.
deserved.
This is like super recent, so it's fresh in the minds of people as well. But
super cool
but it's
episode
fucking
also. It was
Yes,
awesome.
sir.
It was so much fun. Yeah.
All right. Next up. Oh, I don't know why it's okay. There we go. Mauled. I mean, no surprise here, right?
I mean, no one is surprised. Yeah,
they're
no
a
one's surprised.
They're a deathcore band, revival deathcore, a band of the year, all this stuff. Obviously, the EP they put out is fucking bonkers. So, Mauled.
It's a perfect release, by the way, just for context. It's insane. So there we go. Of
Again,
course.
another 2-1 surprise moment here on the pod. Reverend Decimate came out this year. This one was kind of like earlier this year, right? Am I crazy?
I'm trying to remember. Yes, because I mean, it was out when did we go to?
Well, we
LA?
were
It was
there
like
in August, but it had been out for a minute
August,
already.
I have
So
no perception of that. I swear, no kidding. I thought it was beginning of the summer that we went there.
Nah.
Like no perception.
I mean, it
of
felt
the
like
year.
that in LA, but you know, that was just
No,
the
but
weather there.
It's insane how this year, just sidebar, no perception of time whatsoever at all. Like the fact that it's the holidays and Christmas, I'm like, my brain is just like,
Oh yeah, I have to not
what is
think
happening?
about it. Yeah. No, right there with you.
So yeah, and we're old, so it's probably part of it. But yeah, obviously Reverent. Is that
This came out June 29th, so like fucking 6 months ago. I thought it was for, and J Mac saying he could have sworn it was last year, which right there with you. But yeah, this was this year, man. Had to include it.
of course?
Despo Zarathustra. I mean, look, it was in the just the general deathcore release album of the year as well. So no surprise to see it here as well. Again, we talked about it earlier, but this album fucking slaps. Torn Open.
Very happy that it's there. Very happy that it's there. It's very good. Super good. If you didn't listen, if you're watching this and you don't know what that is, you should. It's very good. It's one of the 10% that Alex Kohler knows about. So
it's one of those like their revival deathcore, like for sure, but they've got kind of like a technical deathcore like edge to it. Like it's kind of in the same way that like Whitechapel was always like techie, right? Like it was like fast and like not easy riffs to play type of thing, right? It wasn't just like a dummy slam riffs. It was like more intricate. I feel like Torn Open is kind of that band too.
they make it very catchy too. That's the thing.
Absolutely. But that's because it's melodic, right? Like there's a lot of melody in it, which often comes with that style of music as well. So
last song, I know it doesn't have to do with this, but the latest song they released was blowing my mind personally.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Even more crazy in those regards. So maybe we see that come up a little bit later, but yes, so we pray. This one is also fairly recent, but this one
very good.
This one I think is one of the albums that maybe sounds the most like the gritty, brutal MySpace deathcore from back in the day.
1000%.
You know, like the gutturals that are more of a brutal death, like I don't know, it's got balls to it. Like it's gritty,
raw,
and the production to the album sounds like a MySpace like demo.
It could have been released
in the best
back
way. Yeah. It's so fucking cool. Just for the aesthetic alone, I'm here for it because they're doing something a little different than most of the revival bands are doing. So I was pleasantly surprised with this release.
Yep, same.
That's it, man. We're here. Deathcore song of the year.
And I think we have a lot of those in that category, so I'm curious to
I think it's a 10 as well. We're gonna have to start plowing through these if we want to get through the night. Revival
we've
deathcore
done
song.
what, like four
I mean, look, I'm looking at I'm scrolling down my page. We're not halfway through. Oh yeah, and we're an hour 40 into the stream, so yeah. Well,
That checks out.
That's us. That's us. I was the one who told you, Yan, before starting
Yeah,
the
I know.
stream. Full disclosure, hey, let's not talk about every single thing. And I'm the one here yapping my ass off about every fucking album and every single
Doing not
selection
too
here.
bad.
So.
Yeah,
You're doing great. I'm the one that's been yapping, so
Not too bad.
fully assuming it.
People are talking about I Saw God. I'm pretty sure it was the year before.
It was last year. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But look, maybe I'm mistaken, but they weren't mentioned as much, and we didn't think it was this year. So let me fact
I have a few
check.
people. I'm pretty sure it's the year before, and if not, I'm gonna look like an idiot because I'm actually featured on it. But
Let me scope this out. Oh, 2025, baby.
oh, so I suck.
January 15th. Oh, that's why we think.
Should have. Okay, so my bad. It honestly should have been there then because it's a really good. I love I Saw God. I was convinced it wasn't this year. That's the reason why it's not there. So I fucked up.
J-Mac, we only have a certain amount of bands that could be included. You know, it is what it is. And again, we turned it to the people. If these people weren't mentioned, well, kind of is what it is.
Yeah, we went with the vote. It wasn't just us throwing things, you know. Like we got a lot of responses in our stories. So.
Mm-hmm. And look, there's just, to be fair, also just so many revival bands and deathcore bands in general, right? That, you know, they can't all be in there.
Nope.
So deathcore song of the year. What do we have here? These are kind of all literature. There's one band in here that we didn't talk about yet. Everything else is from bands or music that we and this is the one. Design the Skyline. I mean, bro, who would have thought, right, Yam?
I know, but I've listened to it to an unhealthy amount of time, like an unhealthy degree. Like it's so.
Can you
fucking
believe
good.
that Design the Skyline is in our 2025 Deathcore Song of the Year nominations? Can you believe that, Yan?
It's crazy. I would have never ever guessed, and for them to be the ones bringing the infamous like Cancer Blessings, As Blood Runs Black, like Infinite Death kind of mixed together is just, it was needed. And this is a perfect song to me, like perfect. So, and they're working on new stuff, so very curious, but well deserved. It had to be there, and I had a few mentioned in my stories as well from that song. So,
yeah, man. In Which Divides Us, the brand new single.
Course.
It fucking rules. Not much to say about it. It's kind of like more in your face, more technical. I like the production, I think, more on the single than on the EP. Not that the EPs was bad by any means, but I just think this song is kind of like a level up for the band that I thoroughly enjoy. Lorna Shore. This was a particular one between the singles that they put out. It was pretty divisive in terms of what songs are being suggested for Song of the Year from Lorna Shore. I don't know about you, Yan. It was kind of like Prison of Flesh, Oblivion, and what's the other single too?
Me, it was mostly those two.
Those two, right? I was kind of like I ended up honestly basing myself off of like numbers. Like, I mean, objectively, Oblivion has like twice as many plays than Prison of Flesh has. Obviously, it was the first single, so people were probably more curious and keen to check out the first song, maybe just for that fact alone. So there is a bit of that plays into it, but I think largely Oblivion is the more hyped song from the band. I think.
Yeah, it's just because Prison of Flesh is the craziest, like heaviest out of the bunch, and that's why people are mentioning it. But in terms of a song, I think it was the right pick for them. It was their, they didn't release stuff in a while. It was the first time they did. It was the first time you could hear new Lorna. So I think it's the right pick.
All right. Mold. From Life to Lifeless. This was an interesting one because I think that both our collective favorite song from Mold is the latest single
Yeah, with the new video and everything. Yeah,
with the
I know.
new video and everything, but objectively, this is their bigger song, right? I think maybe, you know, time will tell if the new single gets more traction over time, right? I'm sure obviously it will, but I think right now, in the moment of like having to choose for this thing and for having people vote, I think obviously this song is kind of like their iconic song, right?
I would say so.
The go-to song, if someone was to name one song from Mauled, this is the one they would think of, right?
I would say so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Psycho Frame, that was another. I'm not a difficult one, I guess. In this case, I think Blueprints for Idol Genocide is a lot of people's favorite from the album. I don't think that's a crazy thing to say, right?
No, most of people mentioning Psycho Frame said Blueprints in my votes, so that was I had a few other ones, but
yeah, I think there's a few other answers going around as well. Obviously, they put out other singles for the album, but again, I guess maybe this is another case of like this. I mean, it's weird because it was their first single for the album, but they had just put out two singles that didn't go on the album. So it wasn't like the first material for the album. Yes, but no. I don't know. It's like a weird thing. But I think largely like this song fucking slaps. I don't know what else to say. It's fucking.
No, I think it's a right pick. Yeah.
Reverent, been there, mutilated that. I think that's fair to say. It's kind of like their song, right?
And I've another song that I've listened to an unhealthy amount. So
right there with you, yeah.
There we go.
Spite, New World Killer.
Well-deserved.
One of the singles that they put out for the record. I think this song to me is like the standout from the album. And I think rightfully so is kind of the standout song that got the most traction for the band out of the singles they put out. Yeah, this song fucking rules.
Yeah, crazy year for Spite once again, but yeah, just doing everything right basically. Video wise, song wise, stage presence, energy, like they're on fire. So glad to see them. You know, it makes sense that their song is featured.
Yes, sir. Squelching,
of course.
Cardinal Amputation. This was kind of a rogue pick of mine. This is a single they put out that's not on the EP. And there's like amazing fucking, like, don't get me wrong. I probably listen now to the EP more than I go back to listen to anything else from the band. But this song, man, there's something about it. It's got it's just a special feeling it gives me, man. This song is so fucking good, man. I don't know. This song's not. It's got the craziest fucking breakdown in this song. And
is being paid by Squelch.
Oh yes. Jake is giving me that good money.
No, but it's a cool song too. I know there's a lot around it, like the name of it, the song itself. Like it, I think it was right. So
yeah, pay up, Jake, pay up.
Yep.
Whitechapel, Visceral Wretch. I mean, this was the first song that came out for the new record as well. I think we're seeing a theme here. But I think for the most part in these cases, I think it's just the bands chose the right first single, right? Like they knew that was gonna be their big song of the album, and I think a Visceral Wretch is another example of that. Obviously, this first song that came out for the new record came out with a bang. People fucking loved it. So it's here on Song of the Year. We got our boy. I mean, Rat Poison, the song, the music video, this one. I mean, dude, it got crazy fucking traction. People fucking love it. Again, all over our mentions, and we love it just as much. So that's Without a Face. And boom! Revival Deathcore Song of the Year. Now, see, this is where, like, there was a bunch of Revival songs in the prior list, right? So
we didn't know it would do that. That's the thing. Like we thought it would.
Again, there's only two. There's only two on the list that are from the previous list. So there's that. It's not spoilers, J-Mac. Spoilers. But yes, there was I think a theme is that a lot of the bands that maybe like put out an EP or put out a release also put out singles, and we love those singles. So some of those kind of crept up onto this list. Anyways, I brute forced this one in here. The Damage Over Time, the one song that they put out this year that features Girl of Glass, that features Jason, is the most batshit fucking crazy revival deathcore song that came out all year, bar none. I think that this is the most like MySpace deathcore coded song that came out all year. It is so fucking sick. People need to. I mean, I get why they don't have a crazy amount of like hype, because they dropped the song and they haven't made an Instagram post since and have disappeared from the planet. So yeah. And this is at the beginning of the year. So like I get it, but like for me, I'm still listening to it all the time. Like it's so fucking good. But
it's just funny because you sent it to me with no context and it wasn't written, and I'm just like, oh shit, that's so sick. It sounds like Girl of Glass at the end, and you're just like, it's Girl of Glass at the end. And I was like, okay,
yeah, that checks out. Yeah,
that makes more sense. But yeah, that's my favorite part of the song, and it's just absolutely
insane ending. Insane fucking ending. Flesh Prison, No Peace. This was their debut single as a band, new band this year. I don't know, man. It's a dope fucking song. I'm about Flesh Prison. They've been fairly hyped up this year too. It's been cool. It's been cool to see. So that's that. We got Mauled again. So this is one of the ones that's in both categories. It is what it is. I'm sure you guys can guess what the other one coming up is as well. But hey, Peacemaker. They put out a song. That's all they put out this year, I'm pretty sure. But this song fucking rules. This to me is like Peacemaker leveled up. This is just like a better Peacemaker that we had on the EP before it. This
prefer the production too, and there's a couple of things that was improved. But yeah, great song.
Yes, sir. And well, there you have it. Reverent, been there, mutilated that, of course. And then I think last but not least, Torn Open again. And this is the single that we were talking about earlier. They put out a single after they put out the EP, and it's just, again, same kind of thing as what I was saying with Peacemaker. It's like, to me, it's like their EP leveled up. It's just like next level Torn Open compared to what they did before, which was already dope. So, yeah, I fucking love this song, and that's the list. Ooh. Deathcore breakdown of the year. Now,
first one, Sleep Token,
Bad Omens, Architects. We got them all on this list. But yeah, this is another thing. I mean, we can't. There's no fix to this. This will be the case regardless. But these are a lot of the same, like Deathcore Breakdown of the Year and Deathcore Song of the Year, kind of the same list.
It makes sense, though.
It makes sense. I mean, look, that's a case in point that like the breakdowns make or break a song, right? Like if it ain't got a good breakdown, it ain't making Song of the Year, man. So
I mean, of course you like the breakdown in the song that you like, so it's, I mean, there we go.
All right, so Damage Over Time. We were talking about the ending with the Jason feature from Girl of Glass. Incredibly heavy. Despised Icon, Death of an Artist. They have a few really hard hitting breakdowns on this album, but this one has like, it's like a breakdown with a blast beat over it, and then the blast beat turns into a breakdown with like the same breakdown notes underneath. I just think it's the heaviest fucking thing ever. This is where Prison of Flesh was able to come in. This one had a crazy amount of mentions in
same.
The ending breakdown to Prison of Flesh was one that was massively suggested to us, so it's in here. We got again the boys in Mauled, From Life to Lifeless. Psycho Frame, no revise. This is interesting because look, we had to make a choice ultimately on which breakdown to choose from Psycho Frame. There's been so many Psycho Frame breakdowns this year, right? Like J-Mac is saying this one should be Blueprints, in my opinion. I love the breakdown in Blueprints as well, for what it's worth.
But this one was the Psycho Frame call out and everything, like it had to.
Yeah, and it's like a two-parter breakdown too. Like the Psycho Frame thing is like twice. Inverted Spear is my personal favorite. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. So even in like our questionnaires, it was pretty all over the place. But I think No Revives was the one that came out the most. And I think me personally, like that breakdown's just fucking awesome. But look, to be fair, I think they're all, you know, a few of them
would have been fine.
You could have switched it out with a different, a number of different ones off of this album, and they probably would have gotten the same kind of voting from from the people either way, right? So
as long as Psycho Frame is featured in the breakdowns, I couldn't care. Any breakdowns could.
Hey, Andreas, what's going on, man? How you doing? We got some Coma Witch in here. Thank you for the follow. What's good, dude? How you doing? Reverend. This one is As He Splits the Earth, the breakdown in that song. Yeah. It's fucking crazy. And this one was like massively suggested as well. This one came up a lot. Because that was another band I was like, oh, they've got like a ton of really good breakdowns. So I was happy to have people's input on this one to be like, okay.
I'm reading the title and I'm hearing the pattern of vocals and everything in it. So yeah, it's a great one. Good pick.
Spite, You World Killer, the breakdown at the end of that song, fucking insane. Absolutely love it. Squelching, this is the breakdown I was talking about earlier. It just, the way it comes in is so fucking crazy. The time that's included here, there's like a breakdown before it, but like most of the song is a breakdown, so it's like
just breakdowns.
It's like the second breakdown within the chain of breakdowns, but it's got the craziest fucking call out, and then the breakdown comes in, but the snare hits on the 2. And so it's like an offbeat breakdown. It just hits so heavy because of it, and the call out before it is just like straight ignorant. So yeah, I don't know. Squelching had to have it. Whitechapel. This one again. This one would have not come to light if it was not. If it wasn't for the people voting, because I wouldn't have known which breakdown to choose from the Whitechapel album. But Hymns and Dissonance was by far the one that was most suggested.
Same, everybody was mentioning that one.
And when I was making sure of like the timestamps and stuff too, like I listened back, it's like, yeah, that's heavy. That's pretty fucking heavy. Like it is an objectively heavy as fuck breakdown. I was like, okay, noted.
This is for sure. This is the one that's why that category is it's going to be interesting to see the votes. Could go either way. I would get it. I would understand if, because everything is subjective, but this is just depends on how you like breakdowns. Why to you it's like heavy, or like there's so many things that goes into it. But imagine comparing that. Like imagine comparing like Hymn and Dissonance and then Reverend. Like it's just so far off. But I'm curious.
Nazar. Hey, Without a Face.
Dude.
Does that mean there's an iconic breakdown in this song? Had to be done. And then that's that for I've got another one on the list here that's like not in that wasn't in the graphics. I'm like looking at my list here. There was a Disembodied Tyrant breakdown as well. I didn't have in the graphic. I'll cook up an extra graphic, ladies and gentlemen. Just know Disembodied Tyrant is 8.6 Blackout. They put out a single this year, and that one was massively suggested by people as well. Not my favorite on the list, but it was just suggested so much that I was like, okay, fine, I will include it. But I guess my brain, my instincts took over, and I decided to not do the graphic. Apparently. New deathcore band of the year. This is interesting because we've gotten a lot of new bands come into deathcore this year, right?
Yeah, and I was glad to make that, because obviously if you're a newer band and you just arrived, it's kind of and you're competing against Whitechapel. You know what I mean? Like it's cool to have like a category of bands that are upcoming.
Imagine if Psycho Frame started this year. People would be fucked.
Yeah, that would be now it would be over. Fortunately it didn't. So no, I remember the picks. I'm glad we're doing that.
All right, let's get into it. We got Coma Witch. Yes, sir. I mean, we talked about them earlier, but I love me. I love me some Coma Witch. So, this I think was the band that I was most excited about this year in terms of a new band coming out, and I'd been talking to them prior to them releasing any music, and had heard a couple of like quick demos and stuff, and immediately I was like, that's gonna be my type of music. So when the album came out, and inevitably it was fucking awesome, I was pleasantly surprised. So Flesh Prison, we just talked about them, but again, awesome fucking new band that came out this year. Not much more to say about it. Shout out to Matt. Love our boy Matt. Love Skinner as well. Some homies in there. Return to Glory, the Young Goats. These guys went like turbo viral. Right? Yep. Like it was like a whole thing. And it got them to a place where, you know, now they're putting out music, and the people are into it. So it's been I don't know, it's been cool. These guys are so fucking young. Hey Zane, what's good?
I think I told you, like, I want Return to Glory to be somewhere, and I remember saying something like that. They have to be somewhere. Mm-hmm. But we're both super stoked, and the interview was so sick, like the episode we did as well. I fully remember it. Very well deserved. Like, we just talked about the fact when you start, you know, and then you compete, but right off the bat, it's awesome. You know, I remember, I think I might have even used, like, back when we were doing the Battle of the Breakdowns, me and you, I think I used one of their breakdowns.
You did. Indeed you did. Yes, sir. And they've got a new song that's coming out soon, ladies and gentlemen. So keep an eye out on that. If you guys aren't familiar, Return to Glory fucking rules. So that's that. We got, hey, look, we've been talking about it all stream. Without a Face. I mean, look, they came out this year. It had obligatory inclusion to this new Deathcore Band of the Year category. Yet Still We Pray, another one of those. It's like a particular scenario, because they were like a band, and then they like broke up the band, but like started basically the same band with like a new name. But look, it all came out this year. It's a new thing, and look, to be fair, it's got a different sound and everything too, and some different members. But yeah, we praised the EP earlier. It fucking rules, man. And they had put out one or two singles before that. It's all fucking sick. So Yet Still We Pray, and those are the new Deathcore Band of the Years. Breakout Deathcore Band of the Year.
So basically, bands that quote unquote blew up more this year. So that had like a moment, a hype behind, and.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, whether it be they signed to a bigger label, or they just started touring like crazy, or got crazy opportunities, or put out an album that out of nowhere kind of like took the scene by storm, like that sort of thing.
Came on the Brutality podcast.
I mean, that's the epitome of breaking through. But look, some of these will be a surprise to no one, starting with, Face Yourself. We talked about them earlier too. Obviously, look, the deathcore band that signed to Sumerian Records, you gotta tip it, right?
I mean, yeah, for sure. No, it's a big year for Face Yourself. We talked about it in the episode as well. I don't remember when it was, but like, just the come up of that band is very interesting as well, I believe, and just cool to see. And also, the band wasn't expecting that at all, from what I can remember in the conversation. Like, just made
their blow up, you mean? Yeah. No, and they're like super fucking hardworking and really fucking chill people. So, deserved breakout Deathcore Band of the Year nominee. Heavy Hitter. They signed to a label, started touring a pretty decent amount of the year. They were already picking up last year, but I really feel like this year they've been brought to new heights. They just came back from a Euro tour as well. They've been fucking killing it. Yeah, I'm fucking hyped on Heavy Hitter, and they've been doing it big this year. Hey Andreas, what's good, man? How you doing? Much love to you. Mold. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right?
I don't think we need to explain much. They blew the fuck up, like because for the longest, not for the longest time, but for a while, people were, Reverend was in the when we talk about like the revival, it was mostly in Witch and Reverend, and when Mold came into the picture, it was just like as mentioned as Reverend, they just like blew up with like such a cult following. Everybody, like the amount that was funny though, the amount of, not from them, but of message that I would received when back then, of people just like, yeah, and you need to check out Mo.
Oh, yeah.
And it was one of the occasions, one of the, dare I say, one of the rare occasions that they were very right about like spamming me with something in general. And again, it wasn't them, it was just people in general. It's funny looking back, because the messages were mostly like, there's no way you wouldn't like what they're doing is exactly what you like, and they were right. So it came to the point where even you're just like, dude, yeah, no, just check them out. So well deserved. Another hardworking band. They're doing a lot of their videos are sick as well. Like they're doing everything right. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Next up. I mean, look. Psycho Frame's blow up needs to be studied, right? I mean, what an incredible year for Psycho Frame, between signing with Sharp Tone. This is really like the first year that they really took touring like super serious. Obviously, they started playing shows and did a couple tours last year, but this year was like all year. So between all of that and releasing the album that they did, I mean, look, what a year for Psycho Frame, right?
The year of the frame. So
year of the frame, absolutely. Reverend,
of course.
I mean, same. Of course, same thing here. Gotta say, a band that persevered, right? Because they changed vocalists, and that kind of can fuck over a lot of bands, and there were a lot of people chirping. But look, all I'm gonna say is I'm seeing these shows that they're on right now, on tour with Psycho Frame and playing with Callous Boys and playing Christmas Burns Red, and I'm not too worried about the boys. They're doing just fine.
No, and if you hate on Josh, you're insane. So that's what I'm saying. I don't care how it come off. I'm for context, I'm in some sort of villain arc where I assume everything I'm saying. And Josh is awesome, and his vocals are great, and I think he's one of the, if we're talking performance in terms of vocalists and killing it, on top, very easily. Even it's not even like, oh yes, but maybe. Very easily in the top best performances, and I can talk about it because I've seen it in real life in LA. So I had the chain reaction.
Rest in peace. Yes, sir.
So, but we got to go. I'm very grateful about that.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
It was one of the. It was now or never. So. Oh, that's
Deathcore band comeback of the year. This
I'll
is
be honest
fun.
with you. It could go in so many ways. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a few categories that I'm like, I think it's gonna be this. But I swear, this one I'm like, well, there's a few that I'm like, I don't know which way it's gonna go. So maybe it's just me. But.
So this one was. It's like a weird way to phrase it, but I guess comeback in the sense of either a band that's returning, that actually came back and is like doing the thing again, but it could also just mean a band that did like a reunion show that was really cool, or multiple reunion shows. It could be new music, but just all of that just from any band that's like not been active for a minute and came back in the year 2025. And look, in our like MySpace deathcore scene, there's been a lot of that this year. So yeah, so this is that category. Yeah, execution was good. Design the Skyline against all odds. What a comeback.
It is a sick, pretty sick comeback. Let's be honest. It was an unexpected comeback, a very unexpected comeback, but a really good one. When you sent me that, I didn't know what to expect. Click on it, 5 seconds, and I was like, I don't understand what's happening, but I'm loving this.
We're here for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So very well deserved, and great great dude. Like, I loved getting to talk to
Danny.
him and to Danny and stuff like that. So
yes, sir.
of course.
Look, we saw them live on some of the comeback shows. This one was like, do we include or not? Because like they technically like they re-released Masochist last year, so like they've been touting a return, but for the most part it was just the re-release. What they weren't active by any means.
No.
And all the reunion shows were all this year, so that's why we included them. Yeah. This was like a proper kind of like, okay, we're doing the thing again type of thing. And played 4 shows, two in LA, 2 further down south, and it was absolutely crazy. If you weren't able to be there, check out the videos just to see how fucking crazy and rowdy the crowds were on each of these shows, and as expected, cool as fuck. So there you have it. Float Face Down playing a reunion show. I mean, with Kyle Medina of Body Snatcher fronting the band. I mean, that's crazy as shit, right?
Yeah, and it went crazy. I saw videos. I was like, okay, that's the entire room was a pit. From what I could see, it was just the room itself. It was a big pit. It was pretty crazy.
I wish there was a Red Shore or Signal the Firing Squad reunion in Australia. Sadly, I mean, look, I'm right there with you, man.
I don't think you're the only one.
Yeah, you are not the only one for sure, man. We'd be here for it as well. Jerome.
I wasn't even aware that there was like new pictures.
Well, it's just a picture they took at the show. They didn't take the time to do an official promo shot. This is like literally the only photo I could find of the full band together, and it's like the night of their show.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it looks legit. Like, that's how I thought.
Yeah,
okay.
But you can tell the photos sideways, and Oh
yeah.
But
it works.
But I mean, what a comeback, right? Obviously.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, the new music is super cool, but just the fact that they were coming back in general and playing some shows again. They played a show last year, but it was uncertain if it was going to be that and only that. And this year was like when they really decided, okay, we're actually going to do a little bit more with this. So again, same kind of scenario, why we included it this year. Yeah, because this year is kind of like really when it kind of went full force.
Oh, yeah. That's when people were talking about it. And
Yep. Misericordium.
Also, yeah.
Brand new full length. It's fucking sick. I don't know if you've had the chance to.
I didn't. I wanted to, but I didn't yet.
It's really good. It's a bit different, but it's sick. I think you'll dig it. I mean, his Nick's vocals are fucking gnarly as shit, dude. It's cool. Good music, man. I fucking love it. And then we got I mean, look, Ben's been busy this year with all his fucking comebacks, but I mean, Monsters. This is a band we haven't shut up about ever. Monsters have always been the absolute GOAT. So them coming back this year was the most appreciated surprise for us to find out about. They just played the reunion show at the final Oceano show. So they did a reunion set there. And apparently they're writing some new music and putting out some new music early next year. And I am here for it, dude.
I'm here, and I'm also very curious because there's one thing that I know. Ben is one of the rare person that understands what made something great. A lot of people don't. They come back with their band, it's completely different. He came back with Jerome, took the vibe they had, pushed it, understood what made it great. So I'm not saying that to create expectations or to set him up.
I didn't realize that Monsters is playing right now.
But personally, I would be confident for that, knowing that he's for sure the main writer, and I mean, it was it was his baby.
He understands the assignment for sure.
So I think I wouldn't be surprised if it's sick, is what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure it's going to be awesome. The only kind of gent that I love, I know it's not gent, but the only sort of bouncy the whole time that I'm like, yes, this is awesome. So I'm excited for this. Like, now I'm going to have 2 albums that I can listen like that.
Yes, sir. Next up, Crimson Armada.
Oh, yeah, of course.
This was like they put out a new song like early January. It was like bam, started the year with a bang with the random comeback. I randomly saw a Crimson Armada Instagram account pop up with like 5 followers. I was like, what the fuck is this? And quickly realized it was the real thing. And I was like, what's going on here? He's like, yeah, we're putting out new music. I was like, yes, let's go, dude.
And again, not to bring it back to us, because I'm now realizing that everything we're presenting, all have them as a guest. So it looks like I'm always bringing it back to that. But I did enjoy a lot talking to him. I thought it was a fun discussion. Talked about a lot of stuff. So I have no recollection of when it was exactly, because I'm horrible with that. But it was awesome. So. I don't know. When we meet people, I get even more invested in what they do, and yeah. And he's done a bunch of vocals and they're active, and people are enjoying playing with them. So it's just super wholesome, basically.
Yes, sir.
And they kept an old school sound. That's also very cool. And they didn't go like super whatever, like modern with Blair type thing.
Yeah. All right. Legacy.
Oh yeah.
Deathcore Band of the Year. Yes, sir. I mean, this is
That was funny, dude. Like, I make a story and I specify I'm like 15 years as a band and stuff like that, and people were voting for like Psycho Frame. I'm like, dude, I love Psycho Frame, but I mean, I think people were too excited. They were just looking at Deathcore Band and they're like, yes, that's. But yeah, legacy here, we mean bands that were around in the OG days and are still around now. So
yeah. So we kind of quantified this as like 15 years and over of being active, like an active band, right? So I think there's. Yeah, we'll get to one band in there that had a couple year hiatus in there, but look, we'll allow it.
Oh,
but,
yes, but it counts. It counts.
Yeah, but I think just
for the amount of years,
bands that have been around and are still doing the thing, still crushing it today, still putting out music, and have been around for over 15 years. 15 is like, not super long ago in terms of. A lot of these bands have been active for like 20 years almost, right? So 15 is kind of like a sweet middle ground where it's not like a 2015 era band,
Yeah, that's kind of what we meant. By the way, Execution saying playing Arkham City goated. Those Batman games were absolutely and as you're saying that, I'm now realizing I'm gonna have to buy them back, which sucks because I already have like such a big list of games. And thank you for being here, but yeah, let's do it.
All right, boom. Carnifex.
Of course
they don't have any recent material, but they have done a shit ton of touring this year. They have been crushing it.
Just curious, sidebar, they talk about, like, I wouldn't, about writing or about stuff I don't think, right?
I haven't seen anything, I don't think. But their album is 2023. So I mean, eventually.
No, but right? I have a feeling. Yeah. I'm just like, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't want to set them up, but I wouldn't be surprised if into next year there's something happening. But yeah, obviously, Carnifex. Shout out to Scott. I don't think we need to explain much. I mean, they've been. It took a long time for them, I feel like, to really get the proper recognition they always deserve. They were always around, very hardworking. They were right there back in the days with Whitechapel and Suicide Silence and Job and all of that, and they're still around. And for that matter, they never stop. So that's pretty crazy when you think about it. When I made my video and I revisited even around like 2014 15 when Deathcore was dead, still playing breakdowns.
they stuck it through the dog shit years of Deathcore, man.
So and Scott is super awesome, very supportive of like the upcoming scene and upcoming whatever vocalists and people. So I guess I'm explaining that because like very well deserved, even if they didn't technically release anything this year. Very well deserved.
Yes, sir. Chelsea Grant. I mean, they've been on a tear. Well, I mean, they don't have music this year either, but they've been nonstop fucking touring this year
and growing.
And arguably, I look. I don't have the hard stats, and I don't. It's not something that's really quantifiable, I don't think, but I think they're the biggest they've ever been right now.
Oh, I would say so.
Because I'm looking at like the venues that they're headlining right now, and I don't remember them headlining back then. Well, festivals are something else because it's not like the crowd's not there for them. But I'm looking at like headline tours, and they're like selling out 1,000 tickets on a Wednesday night. I'm like, that's a lot of people, and I don't think they were selling 1,000 tickets, you know, in fucking.
Oh yeah, no, it's more.
Back in day, right?
I get your point, but the fact that you still do those big festivals is a statement in itself, still. And they're like, I've seen some. I was just like, what the fuck is it? Like they played with some pretty big bands and shit. Like I was surprised personally because you would. I don't know. As you said, they didn't release that many. I'm trying to think about their last video even. And I think it's been a while. Like
yeah, well, because they did like the two kind of like EPs back to back, but that was like early of last year, if I'm correct. And yeah, no member's been there for 15 years. This is true. Look, Bonesaw, I know you got a bone to pick with the band. This is true, but look. It
still counts, and you don't have to tell me. You're telling that to the person with the two first EP on his wall. Like I'm well aware, but again, I mean, it's still they kept it up, and
they play a decent amount of the old songs too. They play Requiem, but they played a few other old songs from the EP as well.
There's also something else to be said. I mean, at which point, because I have the same, by the way, I have this same feeling. I cannot be standing here and just being like, no, I never feel like way. I'm the first one to be like, this isn't my lineup. I'm the worst. But that being said, Tom has been he joined Chelsea a long time ago, dude. Like it's been a while. It's not like he just joined or anything. I don't remember the year, but it's been quite some time. So when did 2018. I thought it was it was a bit earlier, but still, dude, it's not 1 year. It's been a while. So at this point, this is Chelsea Grant, you know.
Yes, sir. Whether you like it or
when
not.
Tom wasn't. We all remember that, Chris, when Tom was in Lorna. A lot of people are mentioning that. There's not a single, but I swear, Dom, I've never seen in my life a Facebook post in a group about anything Lorna related without somebody pointing out Tom era ever. I've never seen that. There's always
those are the like the people that think they know more than other people. Like they're trying to flex their nerd tendencies to
because they're bringing up like specific songs and they're like that was like their peak.
And look, I agree. I just don't ever bring it up in a conversation. You know, that's the difference.
No, but as much as I could potentially agree, at the same time, it's kind of a crazy take to say that this was their peak when they were playing like 100 people venue.
They were playing fucking shitty dive bars.
Like, what are you talking about? Go ask right now, Austin and Adam, if 2009 was their peak. Go ask the boys if that was their peak. Just curious to see the answer you're gonna get. But I do agree, Taylor. Though Maleficium,
that's my favorite record of theirs, by you know, for sure, by far even.
when I made my video about them, and I'm sure you remember that, I didn't get to, and when I heard it, I think I wrote to you directly, and I'm
Yeah, you
like,
did, yeah.
what is happening with that?
Yeah.
Like, absolutely insane. So I get why people are bringing it up, but at the same time, it's like, dude, it's been like,
We've all had the time to mourn, you know.
yeah, exactly. It's a long time ago. So even Tom himself is probably just like, dude. Yeah, of course. This is the band you were talking about.
Yeah,
the
because
breakup,
look, they took a few years off, but look, they had a record the year prior, and they put out a record right when they came back too. To me, it's like they basically just stopped touring for a few years, but you know,
but dude, like,
they didn't skip a fucking beat.
No, but I don't even. The only thing we could say, and I think it says it all, takes their breakup, and they're still a 20+ year band. So I think, I think it's fair to say, everybody would agree anyway. It just makes sense. I love that Despise Icon and is in a lot of. It's fun to see that Despise is in tons of categories.
Yes,
Makes
sir.
me very happy.
Impending Doom.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
They put out like an EP. It was kind of just like a string of a bunch of singles. But it's actually fucking dope. They've been playing some shows this year too. They're obviously never gonna
maybe coming back to NLs. Could be a joke.
Oh yeah. No, he talked. They're working on new music. They're not playing shows right now specifically because they're focusing on recording new music as well. So there's that. Obviously, Impending Doom's likely never going to be like a full-time touring band again, but I think it's cool that they still at least are given like a tour or two a year, even if they're shorter or whatever, and still getting out there, playing some shows, and still putting out music. Because I mean, look, Impending Doom is fucking awesome.
I have one little complaint. They don't ship their merch to Canada. So that's my little complaint. I clicked on my cart. I was about to do it.
That's the most disappointing thing too. You already picked out your it's ready to go, man, and then they tell you.
And if you're like me, it's like you think about it. You're like, okay,
you
know
you
what
took
I mean?
an hour to pick out the clothes, yes sir.
And then you're just like, I'm doing it.
Fuck me, I guess, yes sir.
And I was just like, so that's it won't happen. No, but that being said, it's cool to see they're still as respected as ever. People are stoked about it. I've seen in the revival doing episodes, we heard a lot about even their early material and stuff. It's cool to see. It's just awesome. So,
yes sir.
Is that it? Okay, no, we've got. Of course, we've got Whitechapel. Yeah,
Whitechapel. I don't know what else is to be said. They're crushing it right now. They have been crushing it. They're still around. They're the fucking OGs. They're crushing it better than ever.
There's more to the band than Phil. I'm well aware of that. I don't want to seem like that, but Phil himself, I think it's impressive that when as an OG he was respected already. As the years gone by and Deathcore took a dip, still as respected, and people I was watching like his he was making like vlogs and stuff like that, still respected. Releasing music nowadays still as respected, and even like kids that are now starting their bands are like, Phil is the GOAT. Like, just for context, it's very rare. Like Phil is currently, I don't want to jinx you, Phil, but he's currently doing what Keanu Reeves is doing, which means like everybody just likes it. No, but it's true. Like he's just like very well beloved, and just because I said that, then I'm gonna see like bad comments. But I think it's quite a big accomplishment what he's done. The band, but also him as a vocalist. I think it's awesome. So, that being said, come on the podcast.
Speaking of which, Phil, I mean, perfect.
It looks like it was
segue.
intended, yeah. And I wish I made that as because I knew, but it just happened. That's a big one. This
is our largest category. This one has 15 entries.
I forgot about that.
Yes, sir.
And even then, I'm sure we could have.
And 3 of them are duos. So there's like.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Super. I'll be honest. It's difficult to pick. It's very fun making awards, but like categories like that, it's like. Because then all the bands we keep talking since the beginning of the night, of course, the vocalist could have been included. But yeah, but we can start this. But I'm glad with I think the picks make sense.
And look, we'll kind of somewhat fly through some of these. I think, I think just, a lot of this stuff is
we don't have to explain. Yeah.
We're rehashing a lot of the same stuff here, like you said. Mostly everyone on this list is from bands that we already talked about, and the people have their own opinions about all these people without us having to say it for them. Sure. So, Deathcore Vocalist of the Year, your nominees are Casey and Ian from Angel Maker. Absolute duo, crazy duo. Again, we talked about the album. They've been touring like crazy hype around the boys. Yeah, we got Kyle Medina. Body Snatcher we didn't really talk about Body Snatcher tonight so far, but they've been going fucking crazy this year too.
True. I now realize that I don't remember if it was this year what they released, but we should have included some stuff.
No. It was Trust.
Oh no, we tried.
But Trust, yeah. I would have put Vile Conduct in the EP and some stuff, but no, that was last year. They have a single that came out a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or two ago. But that's it. But they've been touring like crazy these years.
I remember we tried and we looked it up and it didn't.
They just got off that. With Angel Maker too, they just got off that Whitechapel tour, which is fucking massive. So, shout out Body Snatcher and Kyle. Dan Tucker,
of course.
Crown Magnetar. I mean, he's one of the guys that have got the most brutal sounding fucking deathcore vocals. He's I don't know. I mean, there's something about his tone, man.
He looks like he's about to kill somebody too, so that there's that.
Yep. Yes, sir. We got the duo from Despised Icon. I mean, what more can be said? Absolutely iconic. Yasmin from Face Yourself. I think she's been absolutely fucking killing it.
Mm-hmm.
She I don't know, in terms of like vocal Olympics, she does a cool thing. I think she's tasteful with the way she does the crazy stuff. It's not like all the time. It's not all the. I don't know. I really enjoy. At the very least,
it's different, and it's not done in the same way that we hear all the time. So
yes, sir. Look.
Of course.
Let's be real here. Will was going to be a part of this list. Abe from Mold. Yeah. I'm sure people talk specifically about his vocals, but genuinely, his vocals are fucking insane, dude. He sounds fucking dope, man. He also has a bit of that like old school sounding like brutal death kind of vibe to his lows, man. That I really appreciate. We got the
do we even need
the duo from Psycho Frame? I mean, duh, right? Obviously. Joshua from Josh from Reverent, an absolute
easily one of my favorite. Period.
Yes, sir. Ben Dewar, Shadow of Intent. He was one that was brought up a lot in our our polls.
In every like very very much a lot of people were saying it. People are even upset when I make something about vocalists and I dare not mention him. It's like they're so mad at me. So obviously.
Yes,
great. To be fair, amazing vocals. I get it.
Yes,
David, great ascension, as we've been talking a lot tonight. He's doing very well. So and he's doing a lot also of just like reels with vocals and stuff. So like he's very, very active also as a vocalist. So
yeah, he put out a few like kind of like covers
as
recently.
Their sound checking, I think.
They've been cool. They've been cool to hear. So yeah, shout out David.
Shout out.
Darius.
Oh, of course.
I think this Darius has a chance to be right up there. I think because he is very beloved. The people that enjoy Spite and Darius really fuck with Spite and Darius. So
stage presence. He has a badass look of like vampire in Castlevania. I think he has his chance to.
I mean,
it's a compliment, by the way.
Yeah, just his vocals alone, I think he's just fucking batshit crazy.
No, but he's the one
like
that
no one else. So
every time I mention stage presence, people are like,
no, I'm not taking that away. I'm just saying, even if none of that was a part of the conversation, I think his vocals alone are just fucking insane.
Oh no, you have a point. Like even outside of live, just the recording, the vocals themselves, already insane. So very very powerful and brutal sounding. So
yes, sir. Jaden. I mean, look,
there was no way. Yeah,
there was no way we weren't including Jaden on this fucking list, dude. Like, the stupidest and craziest and most gnarly sounding call outs in ever. Dude, it's so fucking dope, dude. And his range, his tone of his lows and the different stuff he can do is, I don't know, man. I can't praise this guy enough, man. Squelching and Jaden specifically deserve all the flowers they can get. They need an absolute blow up in 2026. These guys deserve the world. And yeah, Jaden is a big part of that. So, Jaden from Squelching. I mean, Phil, Whitechapel, obviously.
Of course.
That's what we were just talking about. And I think that's
Nope.
We were in the
Kevin.
W's. So I thought we were at the end, but no, couldn't miss our boy Kevin Rowley for vocalist, deathcore vocalist of the year, Without a Face. Obviously, we've been gushing on the guy, but an obvious inclusion to this list. And that's that for the vocalists, man.
Deathcore guitarist. People know I love solos, so
yes, sir. Now look, the categories are more normal here on out. Everything else is a 5 or 6 nominee.
No, but I think it's a good pace. What we're going like more kind of just like go through it, because like at this point it's everything that we see now. We to some extent we talked about it a bit in other ways. So it's like
top end deathcore guitarist of the year. All right, Matt Perrin.
You know what we're gonna do also? Like, we're just gonna assume if the chat is right here. So if sometimes you see something and you don't know about, you want like ask your question. We're here. Like just ask us if there's something, because for us we're just gonna kind of go through it.
Yes, sir. Matt Perrin, Angel Maker.
Yeah.
I mean, the solo man. Angel Maker. To be clear, Johnny and why am I fucking blanking on my friend's name? Colton. Johnny and Colton are both fucking incredible guitarists in their own right, and write a lot for they write a lot. They all write a lot for Angel Maker. But Matt Perrin's always been the guy that's done like the solo stuff. And I think kind of when they play live, I think, you know, he's the guy that's like going up to the center of the stage and like playing the fucking the solo. He's the guitar shredder dude, right? And I've really enjoyed seeing what he's been doing this year on the new record. And so Matt Perrin got Blake Mullins from Disembodied Tyrant. I mean,
yeah, incredible songwriting. Chris, you've been nominated for a Job Quitter, so that's your nomination.
There we go. Yes, sir. But if you want to win, you got to quit one more job.
Yep. You have until the 27th. Blake, yeah, of course. I mean, Disembodied has been every single time we bring up different kinds of, like, everybody's just like, hey, dude, like, it's modern deathcore, but they're doing their own thing. And so...
and it's kind of crazy because he mainly does vocals now live for the band. He like sometimes picks up a guitars for like a couple of songs or whatever and sings at the same time, but for the most part he's just vocalist. But it's been known that he does he's kind of the brains behind the project on the guitar front at the very least. So shout out to Blake, our boy Noel from Rocket Launcher and Katie Went Missing. I mean, he's he's been my favorite shredder in the revival scene. No
Oh
contest.
yeah, he's making me love guitar, which is insane. I don't not a big fan of that, but like his melodies, what he's it's insane. It's very crazy. So.
Yes, sir. I mean, look, Adam
Of
D'Amico,
course.
Lorna Shore, obvious inclusion here. Aiden, Dave Mustrange, Besant from Psycho Frame. Yeah, I mean, dude, incredible fucking guitar work in Psycho Frame.
I mean, listen to the album and get
Yep.
your answers. So
Yes, sir.
crazy.
And he does a lot of the guitar work for because I think Hunter obviously writes a lot as
Yeah, I
well.
know Hunter writes, but
Aiden contributes a lot to.
they said
to
in the interview with
yeah.
Garza, they talked about it that he's and I could be wrong. I think even Hunter, or maybe it was me talking to Hunter and he mentioned it, but he's a part of like a genuine part of the songwriting and stuff like that. So and very unique stuff too, like some sort of shredding that you don't hear in other things.
The weird shredding, and there's like stuff that comes up in like random places you wouldn't be expecting, and a lot of that seems to come from Aiden. So so that's
it's just a super group. It's just like
yeah. I mean, there's no lack of talent in Psycho Frame for sure.
Nope.
Chris Wiseman, Shadow of Intent, he's in Currents as well. But you look, guys, this is the Deathcore Awards, so notably for Shadow of Intent, this dude's kind of the do it all manager, songwriter, virtuoso behind Shadow of Intent and Currents. So this is is a guy that was mentioned a crazy amount too.
I gotta say too, like even though I'm not that much into modern deathcore, like amazing songwriter, I cannot deny. I cannot deny that. Like there's like a story being told. It's like beautiful. It's crazy. Like deserves his place there. So.
Yes, sir. Deathcore drummer of the year. Let's hop into
the Inhuman.
The Inhuman is the robot of the year. Byron London, Crown Magnetar. I mean, it's no secret. Crown Magnetar's drums are. I mean, you gotta be superhuman to play how fast they're playing. Byron is that dude. So Byron, we got Alex Grind, obviously. I mean,
would be happy if Alex would take. Personally, I would be happy because I don't know. He's awesome, and he's been to me slept on for a long time. When in the conversation, I'm not saying people don't talk about him, but I'm like, he's doing. It's impossible, and he's like breaking his drums the way he's playing. Like it's insane. Like he should be mentioned more. But so that's
for sure. I mean, for as fast as he plays, I love his style. Of playing more than anything else. Yeah,
even
absolutely.
better live.
He didn't fucking skip a beat when we saw him.
Nope.
But he's always
it's even crazier.
Absolutely.
Some parts I'm pretty sure they're going faster there than
Yep. Yep.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah. So Alex Grimes. Hey. Austin from Lawrence Shore. I mean, what a fucking beat. We should have included Moke in here.
Oh, true. That would have been so funny. Moke instead of Smoke instead of
we
Austin.
even have a photo of him playing drums, right? It's like, all right, yeah, it's Smoke.
It would have been so funny though. Imagine it's written like Lorna Shore, but then it's Smoke and it's on the drum. Like it's Smoke from Lorna Shore, but on the drum. That would have been perfect.
But yes, Austin, of course, an obvious inclusion here.
Nah, we have to.
We have to. Had to include the boy Leo, of course. And then Bryce Butler. Bryce Butler from Shadow of Intent. The smiling drummer. There's not a single photo of him not smiling.
Nobody can take his enjoyment away. No one. It doesn't exist. Legend says that it's impossible to take a picture of him playing not smiling, apparently. You cannot.
And
it's cool. Just sidebar, he's a dude I would love to have an episode with because I think in his early days, I think he was in the Faceless for a little bit. I heard about that.
He's played in a shit ton of bands actually.
So he's
one
I would
to tap into. Yeah,
that would be fun. So
Travis from Spite, their new
Oh, yeah,
drummer
of
from
course.
this year. I mean, again, we talked about the new record. It's the first record that he's been on, and I genuinely think he like leveled up that band. His play style is matches the band so fucking well. Goated fucking drummer. He's another one that I love his style. Like he fucking smacks the shit out of his drums as well. I wish more deathcore drummers did that. It's like fun to watch him play the way he plays.
Adds a layer, I think.
Yeah.
So Jojo, apparently, yeah, you're right. A lot of people have been in the Faceless. I think you were in the Faceless too, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
I think you were when you were like 7 years old. Yeah. So great inclusion. Is that it for drummers? Do we have?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's
Now
a
we're
good
moving
selection, I
on
think.
to Deathcore Bassist of the Year.
And here we go.
I mean, we had to include
No,
Caleb.
but I think we both. It was our honestly.
That was my
the
first. The where my mind went immediately. The bass work on Coma Witch is unreal, dude.
One of the rare occasion in which the bass truly stands out in a good way, because I heard bass standing out that you're like, well, maybe you should have played the correct riff, but in this case, like all the little spit, like it's insane. Very, very good. So well deserved.
Yes, sir. Mike from Crown Magnetar. I mean, he's one of those guys that's like a crazy cool performer on top of playing crazy fucking music. Like he's always like yelling at the crowd and looks fucking like intense as shit. I was like, I don't know, I love that type of he very much matches like a Dan's vibe on that front, you know.
Great
like
presence.
yeah he just like looks fucking pissed off and how he's willing to rip your head off, you know.
I never saw them
so
live.
good, dude.
I saw videos,
so
but
fucking
I
good.
never saw them live.
Yeah. Moke, obviously.
RuneScape player.
Oh, number one RuneScape player above all. We will include the old school RuneScape Deathcore player of the year on next year's.
We
categories.
have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to, and he's gonna win. So.
Lucas from Disembodied Tyrant. He's like legitimately a wizard. I don't know. There's not much else to say, but he's.
If you ask me, that entire
awesome.
band makes no sense. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then last one for this category, we got Michael from Signs of the Swarm. Another one, crazy good stage presence, crazy music. I've
seen that. Yeah.
He's I don't know. He was one that was heavily mentioned in the polls as well. So that's those are your deathcore bassists, and that's all of the individual band member stuff. We're rounding out the show here with us. We got 6 categories left, and all of them are kind of different than what we've been through so far. So some of these are a little bit more fun. Starting with Deathcore Album Artwork of the Year. I think both you and I had one that immediately came to mind as number one for coolest fucking album artwork of the year. But look, we'll get to it. Let's go through the list. Angel Maker, This Used to Be Heaven. This is a fairly unique cover when it comes to the style of like he's done this artist has done a bunch of other, I think even what else is on this list? Nothing else from that's on this list, but he does a ton of art. But there's something particular about this one that's like it's not brutal. You know what I mean? It's like,
but I like it because to me, and maybe this is because I'm in my giant phase of like Final Fantasy and all those games, sure. But I'm also, there's this specific kind of games that are, and maybe you saw some reels about that, but indie devs now are doing dark fantasy RPGs, but pixelated type stuff, and it's awesome. And there's this sort of just like peacefulness and beauty in it that's awesome, and that's when I'm kind of seeing some of that in the artwork. That's why it stands out. I think it was a good choice.
Yes, sir. And look, this is what came up for us.
might have been the best artwork in like years, like honestly. So
SSC, you can't really see the full thing in the graphic here because it wasn't a square thing. But dude, the dude ripping his jaw off and wearing it as a crown has got to. This is what I said on the show too. Like, I don't understand that I've never seen that concept before. It's so genius. It's so fucking cool, man. I don't know. I fucking and yeah, the execution on this is fucking crazy.
insane.
Absolutely goated artwork. Killing of a Sacred Deer. This artwork is wild, dude.
It's very special. It's like abstract and sort of like the color choice is really good. The brownish red together. Yeah, it's a good choice.
The way their logo is like integrated into it's like the guts turn into the logo type of thing, and their logo is so fucking weird to begin with. For it to make sense in here is so fucking cool. I don't know, man. This is this is fucking badass. Lord of Shore, I mean, it's not like my favorite artwork necessarily that came out this year, but I do like it's a cool look. I like where they went with it, and for what it's worth, it fits the vibe like 1,000%.
I think it does. Yeah.
I like the kind of painting, but like worn painting. You know, it's got scratches and shit on it, like an old painting that's like gone through time. You know, I don't know. It's a cool vibe. I also appreciate a artwork that doesn't have a big fucking band logo on it. I think I appreciate this one specifically for that. Like it's more tasteful in that sense, because sometimes just the big ass fucking deathcore or death metal logo just kind of, I don't know, to me it like kind of makes the otherwise incredible art kind of like it cheapens it a bit, if that makes sense. I don't know how to say.
It also becomes quickly just, I wouldn't say boring, but just, it's easy to make it so that it just looks like a death metal artwork that you've seen 50, because of the logo. Because there's only so much you can do with the placement of the logo. So obviously it has been done before. So if on top of that, your artwork has anything to do with zombies or like stuff like that, the moment you're gonna put your logo on there could have been released in like 12 years ago. So I do appreciate, to your point, I think there's a few options that people are not understanding. You don't need that much of it. Like, it's an artwork. It's not like a flyer for your shit. It's an artwork. People are gonna remember it. What I like that I've seen rarely is, you know, when it's included but very subtle. It's like a shade in you look at the thing and then you notice that in the background it's like almost this black on black thing. I've seen that a few times. It's pretty cool.
Look, I'm gonna go back to this for a second, but this to me is most of the time the only way I enjoy a logo on artwork. Like when it's literally kind of like embedded in the art, like Oceano's Contagion. You know how like the logo kind of like seeps into the art. It's not just like slapped onto it. Am I crazy?
No, but you're telling that to me, and I make it a point. Like, even me, when I make art, it's like in the mouth of, it's like it's part of the thing, because every time I try to just put it there, I'm not saying I'm never gonna do that, but every time I'm like, like it's kind of taking away. I'm like, it's taking away from. Like, I end up removing it and being like, it's cooler. Like, it's cooler without it.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. So, like, oftentimes just slapping the logo on top of the area, it's kind of like, kind of cheapens it a little bit. I don't know. I don't understand why more bands aren't catching on.
Because you don't have many. That's the thing. You don't have. I even started enjoying. You know, when it's super gory, but it's written classy.
Sure.
Sometimes it's pretty cool sometimes as well. Like, it's just like a clean writing. The name is written and that's it. That's pretty cool too.
Yeah. I think more people got to think outside the box and that sort of stuff for sure.
And another thing as well, like, I understand the vision behind it. I get it. but how many times can you do some sort of war in hell with like characters and like there's flame and you have your logo? Like, if you,
Hey,
I think
sometimes that's just the vibe of the music, man.
it's okay. It's okay. I'm just saying. I think there's still a lot of things you can do that are not explored or didn't like. There's so many good artists you can go to. So that's
Yeah,
my.
but well, yeah, you can go to the best artists in the world if you don't have got a good idea for them. You know, it is what it is. GG.
No,
right?
that is
But
important. I'm just saying, as much as I can
I just
appreciate
think
zombies.
some bands have a vision and others don't. And that's where that sort of stuff stands out. That's like where the real difference makers are, right? And it's the same for music. It's like who's gonna take it that extra level or not, you know?
No, I think you're right. I think you're right. Because if you we keep talking about Psycho Frame, take their artwork, like it doesn't look like anything. It was sick. It was different. It was like, it did the trick. So there are ways. You just need to think a little bit more than let's put some flames in a zombie.
Speaking of Psycho Frame, I mean this artwork is genuinely cool. Like, dude, this thing I had to get I got the despised one too, but I had to get the vinyl just to have the big art, man. Like, how fucking cool does it look? You know?
No, it's sick.
I
don't remember who did it though.
It's Dusty Ray is his he's the one who's done all their stuff. Okay. The all the pink artwork before it's all him. I dropped something, but it is what it is. Deathcore music video of the year. This one is a lot of bands we've already seen, so we're gonna go through this. But Angel Maker, the last single that they put out for the album, is like a fucking movie, dude. It's so fucking cool. Yeah, it's like super cinematic. It doesn't have the band playing. It's just like a story that's being told. Medieval times. It fits the vibe of the album artwork and everything too. Dude in fucking knight's armor, the whole thing. So that's that. We got Lilith's Demise with Ball Buster. This is a cool fucking video with the chainsaw. She's like chainsawing a dude.
Yeah, early in the year, I think. Am I crazy? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
Azar, we got I mean, dude, this music video is fucking crazy, dude. I can't imagine filming that, man. Like, that must have been a shoot day, man.
Yeah, a lot of work and it's messy.
Just how messy it was, like them performing with like that going on and being fucking covered like that.
But I have to give them, like, it's that, like, the result is pretty insane. Like, it's a sick video. I cannot deny that it's insane. I wouldn't be surprised if it wins, to be honest with you, like, at all. So
and this is hard because Oblivion's music video is actually really fucking cool too. But this one is just, I don't know, there's just something to it. It's so fucking intense. It's more shocking for sure, right?
No, but it's almost like old school horror.
Yeah.
But I have like Carrie in my mind. Like, it's like old. So yeah, cool
Carrie, but if the entire music video was Carrie and on everyone, all the time.
Exactly.
Mold. From Life to Lifeless. I mean, this video is iconic at this point, right?
Yep, with the moves and
Psycho Frame, no revives. This was one that we're like because they've got a few videos that are really cool.
Inverted is a cool one too, but
right, like Inverted has maybe like I don't know, maybe more going on to it. Like the no revives one is like it's a pretty simple video, all things considered. It's not like a cinematic masterpiece by any means, but yeah, I don't know, man. And again, with the call of the Psycho Frame, I don't know. It's like the right level of like intenseness in the music video to really match the vibe of the song. But yeah.
Yeah, I would say it makes sense. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. But
this is like one of those weird artsy music videos that like all the shots are like kind of crooked and they're like the dudes are all kind of out of frame, and it's all framed in like a weird way, but somehow it's like cool as shit. Like that's what makes it cool as shit. Like it's purposefully, I don't know how to say it, but it's like purposefully bad. I don't know how to explain
but
it.
there was an intention behind.
But the intent, that was the intent, right? And that is what makes it like cool and like a dope watch, and kind of stands out compared to everything else. So yeah, and there's something to them. I like how they're playing in a circle, kind of like towards each other type of thing. It's like,
yeah, that I thought that was my favorite out of the, I was like, that's awesome. That's really cool.
Yep.
Last time I saw that was a while back, like a while back.
It's been a minute. It's like a thrash band kind of move.
Oh no, that was cool.
Deathcore Audio Engineer of the Year. So here we have anything that pertains to like being a producer, a mixing engineer, a mastering engineer, anyone that kind of works in the field of audio that's done stuff specifically within deathcore. And I think some of these are the very obvious ones. Yo, no hate, please. What's a good song to try first to understand this genre?
Wow, it's a big one to understand it.
I mean, JC's got it. It's unanswered for sure.
I was about to say unanswered. If you like that, right afterward, go with Destruction of a Statue, same band from Suicide Silence. It's a personal favorite. There's melody in it. Start with that. I think if you never, I'm almost tempted to say like Prefer Plagues as well. Like that was my introduction. It's pretty cool. It's very old school. It's not representative.
I understand where you're coming from, but yeah, I don't think it really represents the.
Oh, but he's coming from the heavy side of metalcore, so I'm like.
Yeah, but again, I don't think it's.
Just to try to
here. I know, but the question wasn't try to transition me into the thing. It was to try to understand the genre. I don't think you're understing much of the genre. I'm trying
to make sure.
I love the song choice. I'm not against it. I'm just saying it's
no,
you're not really getting a true depiction of what the genre is with the song like that.
Unanswered is a very good example of a deathcore song. It's a good example. And then from there's like a world unfolding. I would maybe say Into Men of a Machine.
Yeah, sure.
By Joe for a Cowboy.
Yeah. Face Yourself is a deathcore band for sure, 1000%. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's more on the modern side of things. But yeah, if you're starting in
Recreant by Chelsea Grin is a great shout.
Chain Stokes, but yeah, Recreant is their more classic. Chain Stokes is cooler. But yeah, I'm trying to. It's so funny that when the question is there, I'm like, that's what I do. Like I spend my life thinking about these things, and I cannot. No,
the answers have been given, my man. You're all good.
But from there, trust me, there's a world if you like what you heard with these things, there's a world unfolding. This by Psychon, I would have started with Furtive Monolith over MVP personally, but yeah.
That's all right.
Squeals and.
Let's move it on here. We got Deathcore.
You should join our Discord, by the way. Sorry to cut you off. You should join our Discord if you're leaning into that world and like. You love suggestions and stuff like that. There's literally threads about it and people talking about it constantly. So I would highly recommend.
Yes,
let's do it. I know the audio engineer from Psychoframe won't be featured.
Boom. Digital Ghost Audio. We got Hunter Young and Brandon Lopez. Obvious inclusion here. They've worked on so much heavy.
Do we need to?
Yeah. Look, y'all already know. Landry from Girl of Glass.
Oh, yeah.
He not like a whole lot this year, but he did do that Damage Over Time single. And it's like, to me, the coolest fucking sounding MySpace deathcore thing that came out this year. So, Landry's going in here.
Love him because he's breaking the sound.
Yeah,
people are afraid to break the sound. He's not. He's breaking it entirely, and it's cool.
Yes, sir. I thought I was hilarious with this photo.
What is it? It's like the room.
It's a couch on the side, and it's the vocal booth. Is like so Noah from Reverent Nuke Apocalypse, you guys already know he literally carries the entire revival scene in terms of production for all of your favorite revival deathcore bands. So this is a no-brainer. Crip Studios, Nick, he used to play in Tracheotomy. He's got a studio now. He's the one who did the Yet Still We Pray EP.
Oh, I didn't know.
So think about how that sounds, and then that's this guy. This is why I'm including this guy in here, because he does a lot of like death metal, metalcore, revival stuff, but like in other genres. He's kind of like all over the place in terms of what the style of stuff he does. He doesn't do like a crazy amount of deathcore per se, but he did do that Yet Still We Pray EP. And for that alone, I'm like, there we go. He's in.
Yes, he gets it.
I mean, Will Putney. We don't really need to talk about Will Putney and the music that he's helped put out this year. Will Putney. Deathcore collaboration of the year. So vocal feature, guest solo, that sort of thing. We got Despised Icon with Matt Honeycutt on Over My Dead Body. I think that it's a big one. I think this was probably a fan favorite from the record in terms of like features. Some people, there's a song with Scott from Carnifex and Tom Barber on the same track, which is cool as well. It's like a cool pairing I think Matt Honeycutt was like, was this the first single they put out? Yeah, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty sure it was the first one. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Float Face Down. Reunion with with Kyle insane. Medina. This isn't like a vocal feature on a track per se, but this in the spirit of collaboration, I think this was probably one of the coolest things to happen.
I could have seen that. Honestly, it's one of those things that I really wish I could have been there. Everybody told me he killed it. Like Kyle and the band really killed it. But yeah, great thing. That of course.
Mauled featuring Psycho Frame. I mean, come on, let's be real.
Do you need to say something? I mean, that's
this one was fucking cool as shit, man. Shadow of Intent with Corpse Grinder. I mean, Ben's been so open about Corpse Grinder being like his main inspo for like vocals and stuff like that too. So for them, it must have been so fucking cool to have Corpse Grinder on a track.
I'm just wondering how many people cried seeing Corpse Grinder featuring in
on a deathcore song.
No, but I'm pretty sure some people cried literally. That would be my guess. Like, why are you doing that? I bought all your albums. Like, just like cry, like turning to the dark side. Like, who knows? But it goes to show the point we keep making, that people in bands, they're cool. Like
none of these guys give a shit about that stuff. Absolutely, man. And
I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, I've never seen Corpse Grinder featuring in the core.
No, but Cannibal's always been they've brought Job for a Cowboy on tour like early on and stuff. But
him.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, vocal features aren't really a thing in death metal. It's like a very deathcore thing. Like, that's vocal features that like became a trend at some point throughout like deathcore and metalcore in like our era, right? So I just don't think that's been really a thing. So no, I don't think he's really done features, period, deathcore or not.
No, I was just adding on because
they've always been super open to, other genres and stuff. So
no, but it's really cool. I was just wondering because it was on a
Suicide Silence song. Was he?
Don't remember that.
Silence. Corpse Grinder. Yeah, he was on You Can't Stop Me. But that's kind of where I tapped out. So
that's why I wasn't, with all due respect, I wasn't paying much attention at that time. But no, but I mean, it's kind of It's a cool thing. And my theory about vocal features, by the way, is a weird one. I'm not saying I'm 100% sure it's this, but back in the days when we were goofing around with pop covers and there was like a huge rap influence, you would have like I Set My Friends on Fire doing Crank That and stuff like that. Everybody was tapped in different things, so to me the vocal feature kind of makes sense because it was a big part of just like everybody was listening to everything, like rap including other things and stuff, and featuring and rap has been a thing since like forever.
No, 1000%.
So that if I cannot pronounce myself on that, but if I had a theory, I would say it has to do with this a little bit. I could be wrong.
Yes, sir. Spite featuring Boundaries.
Yeah, that's sick. That's awesome.
This one was a cool cool crossover. Different styles of bands, but work so well together on this track. Yeah, I love this track. Deathcore Creator of the Year. So creator / personality, just people putting out content. Everyone voted Brutality Podcast and Ix the Yan for winning
so
these. We were
funny,
not going to include ourselves, ladies and gentlemen.
You guys are nice, but the amount of, I'm not kidding, out of every answers I had, total, I think there's 4 people who mentioned someone else. All my answers, it was just written like you, you, and I'm like, I'm not nominating myself. Like, I'm not doing that, you know? It's very kind, it's very nice, but like how... Oh, the winner.
Let's make a
like,
category that we're gonna be in. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like, and we're the only. It's like animator of the year. It's me and you. Like, you can vote for one of us, basically. Yep. But that being said, I'm stoked with what we have. I'm excited to show what we have.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we gotta highlight, show some love to the not that many people that are doing content in the way that we are, right? So we gotta give props to people keeping the content game alive and helping spread the love for our Lord and Savior Deathcore.
First one, PewDiePie. No, I'm kidding. Jojo.
Jojo plays music. Jorgello, George Lugo, however the fuck you want to call him. Jojo, our boy. You already know. Yes, sir.
AKA dating meme expert.
Dating meme expert. Yes, exactly. But yeah, JoJo. We love JoJo, obviously. Yan has been with JoJo as well. We love the content that JoJo's been putting out, whether it be the YouTube videos, whether it be the IG Reels. Always get a good laugh. But yeah, JoJo's the GOAT. Deathcore.
If you need dating advices, you can contact him. He's gonna help you in terms of, you know, if you need tricks, how to look when you play guitar. He's good with that. So
Deathcore Peter Griffin.
Big one. Yep.
I think Deathcore Peter Griffin's got to be my favorite account that's propped up this year. I very much enjoy Deathcore Peter Griffin.
It's a cool one and super nice and supportive as well. I'm speaking from my perception, but like my stuff, comment on my stuff, nice to talk to, like just like a cool community member, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, he's look, his literal only goal, I think, is to help support the scene and to get the word out about the music that he enjoys. And look, we no secret enjoy a lot of the same music, so very much aligned with what Deathcore Peter Griffin has been doing.
While promoting Family Guy. So
while promoting Family Guy, yes, sir. We got Garza, the main boy Garza podcast. I mean, look, we couldn't not include Garza podcast. I mean, look, he had us on the show, so he's truly supporting Deathcore after all, right?
He is. He really is. No, very, very well deserved. Also, I mean, the way he popped off this year is insane. Just crazy with the he's well over 100. I still remember when he just crossed the 100K subscriber. I don't know what's the number now, but it's just like
he's past 50 now for sure.
Okay, so that's I mean, that's pretty
154.
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's on the blow up right now. It's been cool to see. And Yeah, he's obviously he does like less deathcore. He's like not like focused on deathcore specifically, but obviously, you know, the recent one he did with Despised Icon, iconic in my eyes, you
Insane.
know, like so he's still tapping into to deathcore bands here and there. And so yeah, you gotta
Shout
love
out
it.
Garza. Yep. Oh,
Uh
yeah, awesome. Yeah. Yeah,
Noah,
yeah, yeah.
Jobs Are Fake. The Asheville busker who plays fucking peeling flesh and despised icon on the street corners of downtown Asheville. I fucking love Noah, dude.
That's so sick. That's so sick. Like at first when I saw this, like I randomly came across that. I thought it was kind of, I'm like, oh, okay, he's joking. Then I'm like, no, he's really doing that. Like, I was so happy. I think he was playing, the one I saw was like Despised Icon. I think.
Yeah, he's done a bunch of despised icon.
Okay.
Despised icon, snuffed on sight, peeling flesh. Yeah, I mean, no is cool, and he's been super supportive of what we do as well. So we love Jobs Are Fake. Pig squeal, Mother Nature.
I'm very glad. Like I woke, like just very like small story. I woke up and one of my good friends who he doesn't know these things or whatever sent me a random reel from them and it was Grind Gang on it. He didn't know it was even Grind Gang and he's just like, he told me, listen to the vocals, you're gonna laugh. I'm like, dude, like. My answer was like, "Are you being sarcastic?" He's like, and then he's like, "Oh, you don't know, you don't like them." I'm like, "Dude, it's me on the track." It's like, what? So I love that story because it was super funny. But it's a cool page, man. I don't understand why it does what it does to my brain, but it's relaxing to look at that.
I love this flyer just with the just because
it's perfect,
just because of what it is. But yeah, look, he's putting on goated bands, man, on the Pig Squeal Mother Nature page. So
cool stuff. Yeah, and pretty big page too, unless I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone crazy. Slam and salmon. Salmon is like the weirdest word to try to say. I'm always tempted to say salmon.
That's how I would say it probably.
Slam and salmon. Yeah, I mean, the boys are one of the very few in my mind people that all they do is content around deathcore. There's like all they cover. Cool concepts that they do, whether it be the green screen stuff with like tier list type stuff that they do, the this or that's. They've been doing a lot of the in-person like this or that's with the people on the street. But at shows with like band members. They did one with Alex Arian the other day when they went through on their recent tour.
I saw that. Actually,
it's so fucking cool, man. I don't know. I love what they've been doing in terms of content, and I wish we had more people doing stuff like that. Like that's my dream. Like the deathcore scene needs more people doing content like they're doing. But yeah, it's cool. I don't know. I love what they've been doing. So obvious inclusion for me. And the homie Larry, that was your shout out.
Yeah, it's my shout out. Okay, so it's hard to explain what he's doing, but I came across his page like a long time ago, and the video I saw was just him doing deathcore vocals in the grocery store for no reason. So he's basically just throwing stuff and screaming at anything like peanut butter and stuff like that, and I started laughing, started following. He has a good following as well, and then he followed me back, and then we talked a little bit, just like a funny, very random, cool creator. So I wanted to include him in it. I'm glad he's there.
Yes, sir. This brings us to our final category, last but not least. Yeah, and look, we couldn't include ourselves in the content creator section, of course, but we did want to have a little bit of fun, reminisce a little bit on the past year within this voting for the true fans of the Brutality podcast who'd be able to have an opinion on this.
For the 5 people, I'm kidding.
Yes, sir.
No,
so Brutality podcast episode of the year, obviously. We've had over 50 episodes this year. It's been an awesome fucking time, but we did have I I mean, look, for the most part, we've had a great time regardless. But there are a few that really stand out to us as kind of standout episodes, whether it be just the idea of having certain guests on the show, just the fact that they're doing it. For others, it's just because of what came out of it and what the vibes were. Anyways, so yeah, Brutality Podcast episode of the year. First up, Alex Kohler. I mean, look, having Alex Kohler on the podcast is like, for us, for what we do, just about the coolest fucking thing ever. Right? Like,
I was so excited. Like, it's hard to explain, but first of all, he's the perfect guest. Second of all, it was a big moment. It's been no secret, I keep talking about his work and the Chesapeake EP and whatever. But to have him, because he did a couple interviews afterwards, but it was the first time, at least from my perspective, that he sat down and really revisited like what happened with Chelsea. It was like a big thing, and it was very interesting. We talked about like sobriety and a lot of different topics. It was a beautiful, like a cool bonding episode. So of course it had to be. It was a no-brainer for us. It was like for sure. It's one of the and in the polls, I think it was from what from what I could see.
Highly requested. There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Alex Arian, Despised Icon. I mean, that was one that was a long ass time in the making. And then the album was ready to roll out. We were finally able to do it. We end up speaking in French for 15 minutes at the end of the episode. We go through the whole fucking Despised Icon timeline, talk about the new record. I mean, look, Alex is one of the GOATs. It's no secret. We are absolute lovers of Despised Icon and Alex's work. So this is a bit of it was a wholesome one. It was just a fun one to do.
100%.
This one was really cool.
There's a few things that play to it. I think not to take anything away from from Moke, but we were in person. It was right before the trip, if I remember properly, and back then,
it was the day before.
We didn't know it would be a total nightmare. So I'm not talking about the episode. I'm talking about the trip we did afterwards. But it was so fun. We laughed like from memory. I think we laughed like for most of the episode. Like that dude was super funny. So very wholesome. And we're going to have to do a RuneScape special with him.
Yes, sir. Mauled. This is a recent one. Yeah. This was only a few weeks ago.
True.
But Abe's fucking cool, man. This was like such a laid back fucking chill episode to do. I mean, we ended up talking for like 3 hours with Abe. I specifically told him, I was like, I cut these off at 2 hours. I know we just yapped. We just yapped for 3 hours. It was Dude, awesome, man.
The moment he said that he was into older stuff and he thinks now things sucks in general, I was like, I'm gone. Like, there's no way that I can hold back. No, but just sometimes when we have like an episode like that, I swear I kind of forget that we're like way older, because like it's surprising me how I'll be honest with you, like from memory, I think I was mostly an idiot when I was like very, very young. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying I was, but I'm hearing these people talking, being serious about their art and being like well aware of what they have and where they're gonna. And I'm always like, holy shit. And Abe was one of these people. I was like, oh my god, I wish I had. I know he's not 16, but still, to have that mindset in your early 20s is very impressive. So that was just a little thing I wanted to say.
I mean, man, recency bias. This happened just a week and a half ago, but I think this is my personal favorite episode of the year.
It's mine. It's my favorite personally. I thought about it afterwards, because sometimes, as you said, it's like it just happens.
You're like in the moment. You're just like, okay, you're on the high of it, but dude.
No, I was thinking about it. I even wrote to him afterwards. I'm like, dude, this is my favorite of, it was just perfect. So much fun but as a guest, I don't think we could ask for more than that. It was just Perfect. It was amazing. The convo we talked about, the realness of it, the dude period, the vibes through it,
Yep.
everything. And when I asked in my stories, quite a lot of those, even though it was recent, it's quite a lot of people saying orphan. And I think
There
when
we
we
go.
did the vote, it just happened. Like we
Yeah,
just
it
had
was
the,
like
the-
we uploaded the day before we started putting out the polls. So
so
yes,
yeah, people
sir.
liked it.
This
Oh
one was good.
yeah.
This is one of our most viewed ones on the channel for what it's worth.
A lot of mentions as well in the polls, I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, Josh is, dude, like,
He's just about the most humble, as
Yeah.
humble as a dude could get for someone who's his age and in his position.
conversation I just had when I was talking about Abe. I mean, like, yeah, I wouldn't change a thing in his mindset. Like, you
Dude,
cannot.
me at 17, not like that.
I wish I could say it was me at it wasn't. It wasn't. I would probably slap myself at,
Oh yeah,
right now. At
I would
17.
definitely slap myself. Oh yeah,
So,
absolutely. So,
I wouldn't. Yeah.
massive
Sorry.
amounts of respect for Josh.
Same.
He's fucking goated.
Dude, can you imagine? By the way, I know we keep saying that he's 17. Where is he going to be at like 25
Yep.
in music and so? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, that was insane.
This was a really fucking fun one. This is for me another personal high for the year.
Oh, same. I said I Orphan. For me, like him and Orphan are like because it was in some ways similar. I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just two dudes that are fucking real as shit and like unapologetically themselves. Like I don't know, there's something dope about that, man.
Just during that, it could be fun to have like a table. You know what I mean? Like do a special in the Fridays, but like him, Orphan, and maybe one person.
A few no bullshit gentlemen out there to talk it up.
And we do some sort of like we go through
hot takes
topics.
thing.
That could be insane, and I think they'd be up for. I'm pretty sure they'd be up for it. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yes, sir.
Is that? Oh yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
I think this is the last one on the list, but yeah,
Big moment. Big moment.
This I think was our most like coveted I
didn't think it would happen.
Yeah, like I feel like this one was one that wasn't supposed to happen in another world, right? Like the dude hasn't done an interview since he's left Velamaya like 15 years ago. He's like completely out of the music game. He's like moved on with his life.
Father doing his thing. Like it's just
right. Like it's so far past. So I just didn't. He's not very much online either. Cause you know, some people are like, oh, okay, they're still like on social media a bunch. So it's like, it's more obvious that could be like a thing, you know, for them that they're not like tapped out from the internet. But someone like Brandon, I was like, he's kind of on Facebook, but like that's it. He's, you know, he doesn't really post. He doesn't seem to be like online all that much. So
like no expectations. Like I was just like that won't happen. Like I remember talking to you and being like, it would be nice, but I don't think so. Like it would be amazing, but I don't think it's gonna happen. And not only that, but shout out to him because like the response he wasn't only just doing it, he was like stoked and happy and like thanks,
super
that's so
open.
cool.
He really opened up during that episode too. He hadn't talked about a lot of the stuff that we talked about on the episode again because he hasn't done any fucking interviews since leaving the band. He was very real, very honest, very open about his exit from the band and all these things. So I don't know, man. This one felt kind of surreal to me, for real.
And he's cool. He still likes what we're doing. He's still there. I see him. You know, like he's just like a cool, super cool dude. When we started the podcast, it was in the hope of being able to do stuff like that.
This is exactly the type of stuff that I feel we're best suited for. Like kind of like getting people out of retirement, not from like a music standpoint, but just like talking to people that people haven't heard from in fucking over a decade. and we're like, no, we care about this shit. Like we want to hear about these things. Cause again, most of these people, podcasts weren't a thing during the MySpace days. Even interviews were like shitty 5-minute interviews beside a trailer. Like there was no in-depth conversation. So to be able to now in 2025 talk about some of the, and again, we always talk about it, but like MySpace is evaporated. It does not exist anymore. All this fucking content, the blogs, all these things, all the context from back in the day does not exist anymore. So the only way we can learn and revisit these things is by talking specifically to these people. And I think that's what like our place in the scene is, to as much as possible. Like we love all the new stuff. We're super here for the revival, obviously all the new and more modern bands as well. But when we're able to tap into something like this, to talk to someone that people haven't heard from in 15 years, that to me is like the chef's kiss moment. You know, that's like, that's our goal here. That's where we're most useful, I feel like.
Yeah,
because no one else is going to do it. Let's be real. And this isn't an ego thing, but on the real, no one else is going to do it. No one is asking these people for interviews.
Because there's two things. Not to, to brag or anything, but those are kind of things that you had to be there to know. You cannot really look for that. Like if you know the context of Veil of Maya and those kinds of bands, and like you won't know those things really. So first of all, you need to know. But the beautiful surprise behind it is it's one thing, me and you being interested by that, but to see that it also makes sense for people. And there's quite a lot of those episodes did so well on art. Yeah. Those are some of the best episodes we've done.
The Brandon episode is getting another bump like this week, literally. I've been flooded with new comments from people discovering the episode for the first time this week. Again, it came out like 6 months ago, plus, and it's still living and breathing. This is one of the more viewed ones as well.
So there's something to be said. I mean, and not to promise anything, but we still have.
Oh yeah, plenty of people like that. Yeah, plenty of people just like this to go around that we're chipping away at that I think people will be excited about if/when we get to them. So I think that's the last one. That is the Deathcore Awards, ladies and gentlemen. Those are all your categories. Those are all the nominees. Again, if people are watching here, whether it's live right now or on the replay, we're going to upload this to YouTube probably tomorrow. Please go out and vote. There's going to be a link in the description if you guys want to go check that out to find out where you can vote for all these categories. We're trying to get as many people to vote for these as possible. Obviously, we're not a big operation here. We don't have 1 million fans, but we're trying to get the full pulse of the deathcore scene, or at least what we've amassed in terms of audience here. So we're gonna be the voting is going on until December 23rd, which is Tuesday at 11:55 p.m. So just until the end of the night. Forms are going to shut off at that time. And then that gives us a few days to prepare all the graphics and videos and stuff for the actual award ceremony that we're going to be doing on the 27th. We have special guests that we are planning. We've got some giveaways already locked in. A lot of cool stuff that's going to go around, around the rest of the announcements that we'll be doing. It's also going to be the 2 years of the podcast. It's also the last stream we're going to be doing of the year. So a bunch of stuff to celebrate, a bunch of good times to be had. And yeah, that's going to be the Deathcore Awards.